Opie and Anthony, Jim Norton, and now Joe Rogan.
Yes.
One of my favorite comics. I say it every time he's on. It's the truth.
This is my favorite radio show.
Well, probably
the
not.
best fucking radio show in the history of the world.
And
no arguments.
Joe's playing Helium Comedy Club tonight. The tickets have to be gone.
Probably.
They have to be.
Well, one of the shows is already sold out. I think the second one sold out. Maybe there's some tickets for the first.
Only tonight, 8 o'clock and 10:30. You can go to heliumcomedy.com or just call them 215-496-9001. It's only tonight because he's doing the UFC. That's why.
Right?
Never did Helium.
Never did it?
No.
Helium's a nice club. And I back up what I say. I'll be at the Helium Comedy Club tonight. See Joe.
You can see Opie if you go.
Oh, whoa.
Yes.
Watch out.
He'll take pictures with you. He'll make the MySpace kissy face.
Yeah. and Joe Rogan, of course, from UFC, and we're going down for the first UFC fight ever for us.
It's going to be sick. Oh, you've never been? Oh, my God.
Dana White invites us all the time. Jimmy has taken him up on it.
Yeah.
And I always had something going on, but finally I don't, and I'm gonna watch my first UFC fight.
Nice.
I can't wait.
It's a good one too. Philly's gonna be perfect too, because Philly's like, you know, as far as sports, it's a fucking rabid town.
Oh my God,
they're animals.
Insanity. They're maniacs.
Yeah, any boring part of the fight, you're gonna hear, "Boo! Get up, you faggots!" It's gonna be awesome.
Asshole jump in himself.
Probably. Oh, there's gonna be shirts off for sure.
Yeah.
Shirts off for the audience when someone wins. Fuck yeah!
Who's fighting? BJ Penn is fighting.
BJ Penn is fighting Kenny Florian for the lightweight title, and Forrest Griffin is fighting Anderson Silva at 205. That's going to be pretty sick.
That's a sick.
We had
fucking
Forrest
match
in
right
here.
there. Forrest is out of his mind.
He's an animal.
He's crazy. Yeah.
Hilarious too.
He is very funny.
Great
That's what we
personality on
There's
him.
a couple guys that could be doing stand-up, like Forrest and Rampage. Both those guys are funny enough. If they wanted to, they could do stand-up.
I'd like to see him handle hecklers.
Yeah, exactly.
Out there and fucking choke him out.
That's the problem. You get angry.
It's funny. We had Forrest in here for an hour, and then I saw him briefly somewhere else. I was asking him to sign something for my nephew, and he went, he wouldn't have recognized me if I sat down and put on headphones and went, "Hi, do you remember me?" I was so unmemorable from the last.
We should walk around with headphones. We get recognized a lot more.
You know what's great about Forrest is when he's sitting there talking, he doesn't talk about UFC like it's like an art. He's not he goes, other guys are like into the whole, fighting and this and the
martial art aspect of it.
And that and stuff. He goes, I just like fucking hitting people and beating people up. And
he says that, but quite honestly, he's very technical. He's one of those self-deprecating guys. If you watch the way he fights, I mean, he's got a very underrated technique.
But you can tell
beat
he
Shogun.
does like beating up people.
Oh yeah, he likes it. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's a combo. It's a hybrid.
He enjoys it.
He's a hybrid thug / martial artist.
And he came in here just all fucked up. Like and the bridge of his nose was split.
Oh yeah, always.
He has one testicle, has no problem talking about it. He told us, yeah.
That might not be true. He does have a broken arm though that was broken and he never had it set, so it's got like a hump to it.
Yeah, we saw that.
Ooh, it's pretty nasty. He wouldn't tap out. He got his arm broken in a fight and kept fighting.
He's a tough dude.
Knocked the guy out with his other arm while his arm was broken.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told us. And he came in to promote his book, and Joe goes, "Did you read his book?" I'm like, I didn't. He goes, "You got it. It's really funny."
It's hilarious. Hilarious book. It's called Got Fight.
Yeah.
Get it on Amazon or whatever the fuck you do. But it's very good.
100 was great. Fucking 100 was
That Brock
amazing.
Lesnar fella. How about that, huh?
How about that?
Little
Brock Lesnar
makes
fella.
you nervous, doesn't it?
Gave him a schoolyard beating. That's a schoolyard beating. Because Mir's arm was backing out. It was almost like that's how somebody would beat me up.
Yeah.
He molested him.
He really did give him a savage beating.
Were you nervous?
Fantastic to watch.
Were you nervous talking to him after the
Yes.
fight? It seemed like you were.
Yeah.
And Joe's not a nervous guy.
No.
Joe's
Yeah, but
not
when I'm around him, I
intimidated
want to
very
groom him. I want to be like the little monkey picking bugs off him.
I saw the post-fight interview, and I'm like, I think Joe might be nervous for the first time ever.
Well, first of all, he just got done smashing a dude for the UFC heavyweight championship. He's a little fired up.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, you just worry that he might do something random.
And he did.
Yeah, he did.
He
But when he got in front of the cage, you see when he was screaming and yelling at the camera, and his mouth was frothing. That's real shit.
Yeah.
That's not an act.
That's like caveman stuff. Like everything in his mind that we have evolved to from cavemen to now went away. And he just turned into... Like, just screaming. You see saliva and tears and snot.
He's supposed to be doing that. If you look at like the way he's built, you look at his fucking head, you look at the size of those lunch boxes he calls fists, that he's supposed to be doing that. If that guy lived 5,000 years ago, he'd be on the biggest fucking horse with the biggest sword at the front of the line, just chopping off heads.
Smashing people with a fucking
I'm getting crazy.
mace.
I'm knocking over water.
Knocking over water
Sorry,
bottles.
Jimmy.
But it also people's
He's a
backyards.
fucking gladiator. His whole body's covered with like skull tattoos and dragon tattoos. He's a fucking monster.
And he still has a lot of room for a lot more tattoos.
Yeah, a lot
but it
more
also
smashing people's heads in.
It also shows you how powerful Dana White is because he turned him around. I would love to know what he said to him behind closed doors.
Lesnar's actually a very nice guy. Don't get me wrong. I mean, when I say he's a fucking savage, he's a gentleman. When you speak to him, he's a very nice guy. He's very soft-spoken. He's very humble. But when it comes down to fighting, when it comes down to competing and performing, he gets fucking crazy, you know?
I went to the press conference after the fight, and I didn't like the way he got in Mir's face. I was like, come on, man, you just beat the shit out of the guy. I said, what are you doing? He's like, don't do that. Or whatever. And I was talking to one of the press guys, the publicity guys for UFC. I'm like, I can't fucking believe that he went up and trashed Bud Light, and he goes, "Oh, that's been handled." That's because it was what he was saying was that Dana had gone back and he came. I actually liked Brock when he came in and sat down and apologized and was kind of like, I got carried. That's when I really started to like him.
He was holding a Bud Light too, right?
Yeah. But I didn't like him before that.
I just hope Dana doesn't. I hope Dana doesn't tame him too much.
No.
I kind of like that raw energy.
I don't think you can. It's like when you have a pit bull, you only have them in control so much. You know what I mean? Like you get sit, but when you leave the room, that motherfucker's going to do whatever he wants.
Rip your couch apart if he wants.
That's what's going on.
Doesn't matter.
Scary, spooky dude. He's a spooky dude.
There's nobody in UFC that could probably come close to.
Physically, he's so fucking strong. He's the only guy that's a real heavyweight because the weight class goes up to 265. He's the only guy that's cutting weight and not fat. He's cutting water weight to get down to 265.
What was amazing and what I think demonstrated the size and strength of this motherfucker was when he was on top of, what's his name?
Frank Mir.
Yeah. Mir. A lot of times when someone's on top and they're trying to punch the face, the guy on the bottom has a good technique of covering up and not really getting hit. He was punching through his defenses and just hitting this motherfucker so hard in the face.
Well, Mir made a crucial mistake. He let Brock get wrist control. He got a little relaxed. Mir's a really good jiu-jitsu guy, and a lot of times jiu-jitsu guys, they'll like relax on the bottom, like they say, okay, you're on top, I'm just going to conserve some energy, but you can't do that with that fucking gorilla.
Oh, my God.
He just hits too hard, and he's a really good wrestler. I mean, he was NCAA national champion, so he's a real legit amateur wrestler, and he's very good at pressing down, holding dudes down, using his hips, keeping Mir from getting anywhere, and stuffed him up against the cage.
Dude, he was putting his head. I was like, what a smart move, because he was like covering his mouth, which I know they do, so you can't breathe. Fucking animals. and he's got his fucking big fucking like Bosworth crew cut, and he's rubbing it on Mir's face, and you know that's really unpleasant.
Gotta hurt.
That's a fucking massive head.
Well, the worst part was the way he had his head. If you saw the position, he was in the half guard, which is like a defensive position from the bottom. But what Lesnar does is he gets you in like this weird neck crank, where he takes the right arm completely out of the equation, and then he's got your fucking head bent forward, and then he's controlling with his armpit. He's controlling his left. So really, all Frank Mir could do was like put his hand in front of his face. That's all he had was this. This is as much motion as he had. Just his hand from his forearm down, from his elbow down. So then his fucking cinder block is smashing through that hand into his face. He's a spooky.
That was terrible, dude.
That was a rape.
Quite a beating. Yeah.
And did you see this? We went back with Reed afterwards, and we walked by. And, we don't. What do you say to the fighters? Frank Mir walked by. And it's really weird to see a beaten fighter like that. You really want to say something to make him feel better, because he seemed like a nice enough guy.
Punch me.
And I didn't say anything.
Will make you feel better.
I think he walked by, and as he was walking, I just went, "Hey, Frank," and Bob goes, "Hey, Frank, good job, man."
Oh, Bobby.
Bob Kelly said,
"Oh, Bobby."
But it wasn't to be a dick. He just didn't.
No, I just can't.
It's like it's a comedian.
What can you say?
Yeah, after a bad set, someone will go, "Good job."
Oh, that's the worst when you have a terrible set and someone says, "Hey, great set."
Yeah,
it wasn't.
No, don't even say it.
I know it wasn't.
Don't look at me.
It wasn't. Yeah.
Good job, Frank.
No eye contact. Just keep walking. But it's 1,000 times worse getting your ass kicked than it is having a bad set.
Jake doesn't think Brock Lesnar could fight. Jake, you got Joe Rogan. What do you got?
Hey, good evening, boys.
Hi, Jake.
Hey, Jake.
Welcome aboard.
Jake?
Hey, listen, I understand that Joe, you got to defend the guy. But, I really think that they really need to start testing for steroids, months and months out, because that dude is so roided up and just so large, nobody can handle him.
Well, maybe. I mean, I'm not saying he's definitely never used anything. I don't know, but he's never failed a steroid test ever in his NFL career when he's trying to play for the NFL. He's never in the UFC, the fights that he's had in MMA when he fought for K1 in Los Angeles. He's never tested positive. It doesn't mean he's not using it. But I think he's a genetic freak because no matter what you do, you can't get a fucking head like that from steroids. That head is gigantic. That's 2 normal heads. If like scientists from 1,000 years from now found his fossil right next to like David Spade's fossil, they'd be like, okay, we have 2 totally separate species.
Yeah.
This is a different species.
The planet was inhabited by 2 separate species.
Yeah, you can't do that with roids. No matter what, there's a part of him that's just genetically off the charts. That's Viking blood. That's some shit from thousands of years ago. He's like 6'2" or 6'3".
6'3".
And he's 265 when he cuts. That means he dehydrates itself to make 265, and then he gets back up to like 285, 290. He's the only guy that's doing that in that weight class. That's the difference. See, if you look at a guy like say, Matt Hughes. Matt Hughes is a big 170, and he really weighs like 185, 190, and then he drops weight to get to 170 and then reinflates with water. But most of the guys at heavyweight, they were like Randy, when he's at his heaviest, weighs like 225 for Randy Couture, and Frank Mir's like 245. Well, Lesnar's 290. That's a giant difference.
That is,
and it's flesh and bone. It's not fat. It's fucking meat. It's meat and solid, extra thick bone. Fuck.
How do you beat a guy like everybody's like talking about Fedor going to Strike Force, which does suck. But a guy like how good
terrible.
of a
That would
fighter,
have been such a great matchup.
That's I know.
So disappointing.
Yeah, it's but is a guy like that the only guy with a shot with beating a guy like Lesnar? Because a guy like that has wrestled guys of his strength before.
Well, no, he has not.
No.
He's not wrestled anybody as strong as Brock Lesnar. But the other questions come to mind are the cage. The cage is totally different than the way Fedor's fought in rings, because when you get trapped in the bottom of the cage and you're pinned up against the cage, that's a real bad spot. You can get fucked up.
Yeah.
Plus, he's never fought with elbows. So elbows and the cage together are a very lethal combination, because you can't move your head. When you're stuck in the ring, your head goes underneath the bottom rope and you can move around. You got some freedom when the guy's punching you. They'll reset you to the center. It's less dangerous for the guy on the bottom.
Right.
When you're in a cage and you're stuffed up against it, very dangerous.
I've seen, just having your face shoved against chain link and having it being like it's on a cheese grate or something.
Yeah.
It's just,
well, that's why those powerful wrestlers have a much better. The UFC is much better for a guy like Mark Coleman, say, when he was the UFC heavyweight champion, because he's a specialist in smashing your face in against the cage. That's what he does best. They hold you against the cage and they punch it like Lesnar did. Punch your fucking face in. It's very tough to do that in the ropes with the ring.
Mike in Minneapolis, just to add to the steroid thing, Lesnar has taken over 53 different steroid tests since college and never failed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what guys have taken and what guys can't, so I can't say one way or another, honestly. But honestly, you can't build a frame like that.
I hope we have that quote, and someday it comes out that you were the one in the locker room sticking the needle in his hand. Yeah, it was fucking Joe. I went to Mexico. Everybody.
I went to Tijuana with it. I had a fucking Cheech mustache on. I'm buying the shit for him. My friend, you got D-ball, my friend?
Fucking Rogan shot up everybody, man. It was fucking.
That was my job. I really do commentary only a couple times a week. Most of the job's acquiring steroids from all over the board. I go to Brazil.
Joe, you do such a good job, man. It was. I've listened to you call that fight. It was like you called, and the amazing thing about Rogan is you called. My favorite fight of the night was fucking.
Oh my God, I know
Cooper
exactly
fucking Bisbane and Henderson.
And Henderson,
that fucking. You called it right before he stepped there. That fucking right,
that
man.
Motherfucker, because you said, look at what he's doing. He's keeping his arm.
He was circling towards Henderson's right hand, and he was dropping his left hand. He just got flustered. You know what happened? He talked a ton of shit before that fight, and Henderson is a fucking savage. That guy's a savage.
He looks like
he knew, and Henderson never got upset and kept his cool, but he knew that when they got in there that he was going to have to deal with that guy. And then once he started dealing with him, he realized he was in there with a different kind of guy. He was getting fucked up in that first round.
You said
he got a little
circling
flustered.
around to the wrong side, circling right into him, and right after you said that, wham!
Well, his coach was calling it too. His coach was saying, you're moving into his fucking right hand. Get the fuck away from his right hand. It was just crazy. It was the total wrong thing you could ever do. But I think he's just so fucked up. I think the first round he got hit hard a bunch of times. Yeah. He was out of it. I think he was just out of it.
Jimmy makes a good point, though. I hope Dana's taking care of you because you're perfect for the UFC.
Oh well, thank you.
Perfect.
I'm honored to get the job, and it's to me it's like a dream gig. It's like I'm a professional fan, and they take care of me very well.
Hang out with them all
that
and
comes
shit.
across though too. It's not like you're one of these stuffy announcer guys. Like you're very fucking knowledgeable on the sport. But you have like this very relatable, regular guy attitude towards it. So I think that really
thanks, man.
people like watching that,
I really am just a professional fan. I mean, I'm never I don't know how you're supposed to do it, you know what I mean? Right? Yeah, I just do it. No one's ever told me how to do it before. You just go and do it. You just point out what's happening.
And what about Tito Ortiz?
He's back. He's back.
I saw him.
It's hilarious, isn't it? Danny talks so much shit about him.
Exactly.
Him and his woman. I mean, it's really crazy.
It's so bizarre.
It's very bizarre.
There's a video on YouTube.
It's a good move for him,
of Tito doing an ice bath after his first day of training.
Chop Meat finally beat Tito, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Chop Meat.
Congratulations to Chop Meat.
UFC, the game.
Oh, yeah?
My guy's name's Chop Meat.
Oh, nice.
And
you finally beat Tito.
Finally.
I heard Chuck is impossible to beat in a game.
Really?
That's what I've heard. Everybody complains. You can't beat Chuck.
I haven't had to do. I get those emails from Dana that goes, "Hey, instead of training, 9 weeks for this fight that you picked, could you train 3 weeks and go against some guy, mystery fighter?"
Oh, they send you emails?
Yeah,
that's cool.
And it's like, all right, I'll get a little more points for shit like this. So it's like, all right, I'll take the fight. And then it's like Forrest Griffin. I'm like, I picked like some sap that I knew I could just fucking rattle. And then I get in there and just get fucked up. And there's my first loss. I was 8-0, and then now I'm fucking, then I'm 8-1.
We're already working on the next one.
It's a great game, man.
Go back in a couple weeks to LA. I have to work on the next one.
And by the way, part of the game that doesn't get enough notice or mention is the fucking card girls coming out of the ring, and they have made computer tits jiggle so nicely in that game. Undisputed.
It's incredible. The first time I saw Undisputed, I saw it for like a second. I thought it was a real fight.
Yeah, you think it's like real
for 1 second. When they first started playing for us, I was like, "What? I've never seen this angle. Like, what video is this?" I went, "Oh, that's a video game. Holy shit!"
I have my guy. All I did was concentrate on his kicking, and like I poured it into just kicking all these points. So now I go in there and just face side, back up, face side. But if I get in there with somebody that like pinned me down, which has happened,
no ground game.
I have none ground game, and I just get my ass handed to me. Yeah, look how great that fucking looks.
When you see it for a second, it's like I mean, after you see a move and it's still something. It's like, do you see I Am Legend when they had those fake animals, like the lions?
They were off.
Like, it's off.
Yeah.
So it's still off.
Were they fake, those lions? I swear to God, I didn't know they were fake.
That's what I heard, Jim. That's what I heard.
I'm not kidding. I knew that the creatures were fake.
What, you think
they were real?
You think the graphics are a little off on this, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, it's off compared to humans. It's not.
But I mean,
it's
very
close.
Sense it's computer. But
I mean, obviously, no one's going to show you this, and you go, "Look, these two guys are really fighting." You got to go, "No, it's a fucking game."
It doesn't look like Atari basketball, the first one that came out.
I remember Pong, man.
3 pixels.
It looks pretty good.
Oh, it's fucking amazing.
They're just saying that
if you showed somebody that back in like 1985,
they would lose their fucking
you'd be like,
minds.
"What is this? I'm watching a movie or something."
Yeah.
When they're playing with characters that are made out of 5 pixels.
Yeah,
and it's my
there's a chick.
And it's like I say a lot. Like, can you imagine how good these things are going to be in like 600-700 years?
Well, I can't wait.
Let's only hope we stay alive long enough to see.
From your lips to God's ears, Joe. God, do I have to shit right now?
Do you?
I can't express to you what's happening inside me.
Do it in your pants.
Do it.
Wow.
Do it.
Shit your pants.
I can't.
Make the little pants.
There's very few things in life more satisfying than a good shit. It's one of the most underrated things in the world.
I know, like the type of shit where your legs actually kick out straight.
I've been blowing these gigantic boogers out of my nose because I had a deviated septum operation, and I've been getting these giant scab boogers. I had it a month ago. I got pictures if anyone wants to see. I put them on my Twitter page. They're so fucking big, but goddamn, they're so satisfying.
When they come out, they feel good, right?
I told you, I had that surgery. surgery, I didn't get those boogers. I guess because I didn't get blocked up or whatever.
Well, my nose has been smashed so many different times. The inside of it is all it's like you see guys that they get cauliflower ear because their ear gets smashed so many times it fills up with blood and hardens. Well, your nose gets like that too. I don't know. I mean, it's how it's been explained to me. But your septum gets smashed and twisted and it fills with blood and it thickens. So they had to cut all that shit out. So the inside of my nose was jacked.
God damn. You feel better now, though, right?
Yeah. You guys see the booger pictures.
Look at these boogers. Look at that.
Fuck!
Yeah, look at that. That came out a couple days ago.
Nice,
wow.
Right?
Look at the fucking size of that. Look at the fucking size of it.
It looks like a ring.
It doesn't even look real.
It's got colors
I had to
and
take
textures.
pictures of it. I had to put it on my Twitter page.
Yeah.
It's so hard to believe that. And that came out a month after the operation.
He had to put it on his Twitter.
I put it on my Twitter page, for sure.
You know, speaking of your Twitter
gigantic.
page, to change gears now, is it true? Is it true when you were out there? Was it San Francisco? You were drinking
I drank
urine?
piss. Yeah, I drank my piss.
Why would you
does
say
that?
I've done it a bunch of times.
But now, you know, when I read something like that on your Twitter page, I'm like,
Right.
why the fuck wouldn't you save that little thing for us?
Well, I'll do it for you guys.
But wait, you your first piss only?
Fuck, I can't look at that.
It's supposed to be your first piss.
Oh, it's like a bad clam.
yeah,
That's like
the booger, yeah.
that's like a clam that you open up.
It doesn't
and go,
seem like it was
that's
really
bad.
inside my nose.
That
But, man,
whole thing was in
when
your
it
nose.
came out, it felt so good. It was like I was backed up, and then
No shit.
when it comes out too, it's like it breaks free, and you hear like,
Holy shit.
and when I blew it and it came out, it was just like, whoa! Like I can't
chew
even
it?
believe. No, I
that-
saved it though. It's in
that
my
is
office,
what's-
sitting on an empty Starbucks cup. Just it's a booger sitting there right on my desk.
Letting that thing harden.
I haven't even moved it.
You can play marbles with it eventually.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That is what is on the floor of someone's kitchen right when you put the baby furniture up for sale on eBay.
That's something that Dr. Badden scrapes off the back of a car. You know? When he's trying to figure out how you got shotgunned in the head. That's what he scrapes. It's like the scene in Pulp Fiction.
Oh, God damn.
So why the urine drinking there, Joe?
Well, you know, what I was explaining is that a lot of people drink it, supposedly it's medicine. And that I don't know the science behind it, whether it's right or not, but there's people that say that it has proteins and antibodies and that your body actually produces it like when you eat vitamins and stuff. Like I know when you take mushrooms, they say that when you're hitting your peak, you're supposed to drink your piss because your piss has like the psilocybin gets filtered through your urine and it's in your urine. So when you're tripping your fucking balls off and then you drink your piss, it just boom takes you over the top and you blast right through to the other dimension. I mean, I've never done it. I've never drinking my piss while I've been tripping because I always forget. But that's the science behind it.
Drink
Doesn't
your
take
piss,
much.
you're gonna see some serious
You want to drink it?
shit.
Drink your piss. It's
Wait,
not that
so
bad.
the first one of the
Tastes
morning?
like warm water. The first one in the morning is supposed to be the best for you. Lyoto Machida, the UFC light heavyweight champion, he drinks his urine every morning.
But is that
Like orange
It's not like
juice.
eating shit. Like it's just it's.
Yes, you could say
look,
that
I wouldn't
again.
want to.
$100 price difference, Joe?
Unless you know Dennis Hoff and he hooks you up.
Hey, can we have Dr. Steve call in? I would love to ask about that with Doc, because I heard that Machida did that, and I was like, it's like is that just an old wives' tale, or is it actually good for you?
It is odd to think that.
I don't know
like,
if it's right, though.
It's kind of.
And would you drink your own
waste,
piss?
It's a waste.
Yeah, it seems
It
like
is,
waste.
but it's also like what they say is that your shit is your. I mean, this is the people who do it all the time. They say your shit is your waste, but there's proteins and all sorts of like good things for you that come out of your urine that get filtered through your body that you recycle.
I wouldn't doubt that because, like, just when you eat asparagus, you're smelling something.
Yeah.
So obviously, something from the asparagus is going
Right.
through. And
Sure.
There's nothing bad in asparagus that has
Right.
to be filtered out. You're eating the fucking stuff. But just eat more asparagus instead of going. Should I drink my
Right.
asparagus piss?
Or have a vitamin.
Maybe I'll have some. Yeah, or take a vitamin or something.
Wait, let's slow down a little bit. You wouldn't drink your own piss?
No.
If Joe
Hope
did,
is setting something up here. I see what you're
Well,
doing. I see the
he
wheels
is.
spinning there, fella.
The great instigator. They're going to know him.
not
as.
even
You know how Reagan was the great communicator? You're the great instigator.
just keeping an open mind here. If Joe did it, how much do you have to drink though?
You know, as
You're not
much as you're
chugging
comfortable
it like
with.
a Gatorade, are you?
Well, if you have to,
A little lemon and salt.
you got to do. Do what you got to do. One of
like
those
shots.
one of those
Sandy,
beer pisses
would
when
you
you're
drink-
waiting in line.
Would you drink your own piss?
And it's foamy.
You finally get there.
Those are the ones where I could like break apart 2 cigarette butts and peel the paper off the filter. Swear to
Cut
God.
through the ice.
Oh, yeah.
How much better does that feel than a shitty blowjob, too? Like a shitty blowjob doesn't feel nearly as good as a great piss.
A really good piss.
nice
Where
long
you get that
one.
shiver at the end, like, oh.
Yeah. You know, a girl doesn't really want to blow you and is blowing you, and you know she doesn't want to, and she's not enthusiastic. It's just bad technique. It's a disaster. A good piss is way better than that, right?
I'll take a bad blowjob over someone just doing it because they love you. I would rather have someone like, I really don't want to do this, but I really dig your act. It's like, that kind of turns me on.
Someone's got to, they got to be into you. Otherwise, it's useless.
I never really appreciated how bad some girls can be at it until you get really good ones. Like when you're a kid in fucking high school, she could just touch the tip of her tongue to your head, and you're like, I'm getting a blowjob! Boom! Great! And meanwhile, what the fuck? But you get a girl with fucking just drooling like a camel and twisting your fucking cock with her hand and just blah, blah.
And just stuffing it deep into her esophagus where you're like, you can't even believe it goes back there.
Bronchial tubes.
There's some girls online that will suck you. They suck the cock, and it's like an 8-9 inch cock. They suck it all the way, and then she's licking the balls while the the dick is all the way in her mouth.
Like, where is that
chick?
cock?
I don't even want that. I don't even want to do that. That chick would ruin you because there's only a tiny amount of girls on the planet that can do that.
That could do that. Yeah, that's like a trick.
You know, you tell your chick, just try it. She throws up all over you. I'm sorry.
It's Heather, I think that girl's name is.
Yes.
Heather, IDthroat.com. Yeah.
Yeah.
And her fucking, her lucky fucking husband has some stupid tattoo around his belly, so you always know it's the same guy getting blown.
Yeah.
And
That's
she's
the
a
worst.
fucking trooper.
When you recognize a dude, that's when you know you're a real pervert, when you recognize a guy's dick.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, look at that. That's Peter North.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a faggot.
Look at that. That's Jeremy, 82.
Oh, that's old school Ron Jeremy.
Yes, you can see the
before
cock.
Viagra.
Oh, they're closing the curtains. That means we get to see this now.
That's IGthroat.com. There she is. What a good
All
girl.
she does is suck dick.
That's all she does. But the same dick over and over again. It's always her husband.
I've been looking at a lot of amazing porno lately, and just like a lot of blowjob videos. It's like I'm just like I gotta see these chicks like take massive amounts of dick. I don't know why. I just gotta watch it.
My favorite thing lately is to watch the audition
shot,
ones. I don't know if they're real or not, but it's like girls auditioning for porn.
Those
There is no real job, and they're just sucking these guys' dick on cameras. It just seems so real, though. If it's fake, good
Is that
for
the
them.
ones where they're crying and the fucking mascara's
No, I don't
running
like
down their
crying. When they cry,
Not a fan of the crying
Yeah, I don't like that
Do you
either.
really?
Yeah, I don't like
I don't like the choke. I like the choking crying.
You just
Joe.
called out Jimmy.
That's like
Do
watching
you
a
eat chicken
game.
and not eat the marrow?
Yeah, we're watching a game, man. Whenever the ball goes over the fence, I turn it off. You know,
Yeah, that's fucking.
I deserve something. Nothing.
There's this new blowjob sound when the guy just keeps fucking putting it in there over and over. It's like, yeah.
There's a great story. There's a great story that's a true story that I wrote about on my website about this porno party that I went to. There's this buddy of mine who was a producer of porn films, and he had this party that he invited all of the guys that I do jiu-jitsu with. And we all went to this porno party, and I'm like, what the fuck kind of party is this going to be? It's going to be weird. So we get there, this guy's showing this porno like it is a work of art and talking about it, and you know, it's just this chick's getting fucked, and right in the middle of this happening, she pulls up in her car, and she's with a guy, right? And the guy gets out, and the guy has this look on his face like, what the fuck? And then she comes over to him, she goes, oh, I was going to tell you. And so I'm going, what the fuck is going on here? So I grabbed the guy. He had no idea she was a porno star. He met her at Red Rock, is a bar in L.A., and she goes, do you want to come to a party? And he says yes. He goes to a party, and she's getting ass to mouth on the screen over and over again. This guy's fucking her mouth and she's making this otter noise, like, and then he's stuffing his dick in her ass, and it sounds like two chalkboard erasers slapping together, just smack, 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 glong, glong, smack, smack, smack. And this is what this kid walks into. He's like 22 years old, and he's like, what the fuck? And she told him that she was a makeup artist.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, she is, in a way, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
She's making up for a bad childhood.
Hilarious story.
So what happened with them?
All right, now.
Oh, man.
You know, they're still together.
Wow,
they have children now.
That's pretty good.
I like a good fat one.
Is that IDthroat.com?
No, this is a clip from Cum Stained Casting Couch 4.
Oh, there you go.
What's that about?
What that is shitty parenting. There you go.
Yeah.
Come stain.
Look at this
Look
guy.
at that guy. What
Yeah,
a
I'm gonna
douche.
get my cock sucked.
Oh, what a douche.
Look at him with his fucking greasy hair and everything. That's
There's no
great.
way to be a guy doing porn and not seem like a douchebag. Yeah.
Yeah, guys are just not going to like you.
The videos that I like, my favorite ones are the dudes have their face blurred out. Like, no, you can't see me.
Oh, he's right in there.
Oh, there
of
you
course,
go.
the obligatory
Yeah.
eating the box.
That seems like a waste to me.
Beginning.
Whatever that's in there. Why?
Ari Shafir, not a fan of the pussy eating.
Yes.
Really? Not to watch it.
Yeah, I agree to watch.
Yeah, to watch
Yeah.
it is kind of like a waste of time on a fucking
Yeah.
porno. Why do you want to see that?
Yeah, girls kissing too. That does nothing to me.
No.
Get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah.
You know what I really like lately? The POV stuff.
Yeah.
Where you can feel like it's you.
That's kind of,
Yeah,
you know
looking up.
something? I
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like that. Where
Yeah.
the chick is kind of looking like, all right, that's good. I like also a girl completely naked.
Wow, that's a big dick.
Like
Yeah.
a little bit of a distance looking at the camera.
Look at that black
But then it's
gentleman.
like you're walking into the scene. Like, I'll be there in a second. I'm going to fuck you.
That's goddamn ridiculous. Look at the size of this guy's dick. Look at this fucking
Open it up,
picture.
James. Is that fake or
Holy
real?
shit.
What the fuck? Is that real?
It's an ad for something.
It's an ad for
what?
For big dick.
big black dick.
Had to bring back slavery. Jesus Christ. That's a massive cock.
That's to bring back slavery. Ladies and gentlemen, there's some new information that you need to review. We can't have this on the street. Here's the options. We can own it.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, this is
what
one of
the
these.
fuck?
Yeah, what do you think of the bachelorette party video?
I don't.
you
sad.
think?
I think most of them are fake.
Guy goes to a
God.
bachelor party.
Oh, fake.
It's not fake. This shit happens for real. Like that's why his
does,
dick
but-
is limp,
Yeah,
man.
guy goes to a bachelor party.
Those
gets
girls suck
shit.
their dicks all the
No
time.
one is allowing their faces. They all have boyfriends, half these chicks. No
Yeah.
one's letting all their faces.
Maybe not.
out.
Maybe she's the maid of honor.
No one's
no,
blurred
that's
out.
real.
No one's blurred out. They're not
That's
there.
real. That happens all the time. I had a buddy of mine when I was back on my old Taekwondo days. One of my friends was a male dancer. He used to do these parties, and they'd have like 3 or 4 girls would suck his dick.
Jerking off in the cup. Now she's drinking.
Oh, yeah,
Get the
that happens
fuck
at
outta
bachelorette
here.
parties. Shut the
They're
fuck
fucking.
up.
They're
They're all
porn
hooting
And everyone
and
else
hollering.
cheering.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're all hooting
If they
and
want to make it
hollering.
real, they get one cunty-looking girl on the side, just going judging with their eyes.
Just
One. How about all the ones that don't have the dick in their mouth? Every girl without the dick in their mouth, like, well, you fucking whore. You're a fucking whore. I hope you're happy.
And one by one, they'll all be.
I'm not saying I'm going to tell Mike, but someone's going to fucking tell him. Just an anonymous email from your girlfriend's a slut at yahoo.com.
Fucking Rogan.
That's funny, Joe.
Look at that giant dick in front of that chick's face. What the fuck
It's
do you do
crazy.
with that?
I know.
An ad to bring back slavery? That's the best line ever.
That is crazy. That can't be.
It's so sad. That's
Oh
got
my
it.
God.
There was that movie, The Hangover. Did you see The Hangover?
Haven't seen that yet.
I saw.
The Chinese guy gets out of the car.
That
He's got the
was
micro penis.
hilarious.
They say that's his real penis.
It has
And
to
John,
be. Right?
yeah. How come you
Wow.
put a smaller penis?
What's his
Well, you
name?
could
The
CGI it.
actor?
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good point.
He's actually
CGI.
around today.
Dr. Ken?
What?
Ken Jeong, the actor.
Yeah, he's in everything.
He's
We
around
should-
today,
We should get
Oh,
him
he's in the
Around
studio.
the halls.
and see if,
Yeah, see his
if
card?
it's a real
Oh,
tiny
that's
penis
so sad.
or not.
Could you imagine? That might be the thing that he gets asked the most right now.
Yeah,
He has
is that
huge-
real? Your small dick?
Dude, he has
That's
all.
great to
he
be
has
known
a
for.
ton
Giant
of bush
bush.
hair.
Yeah, it was just
and then
bush.
this tiny little. I don't even know how to.
It's not even
describe
that
it.
big. You're being very generous with your fingers right there. Ope's got his fingers
Really?
about 2 inches
Micro?
apart, but that's
Well, I
not
was
true.
going this way.
Micro
It was
dick.
not
an
even.
inch, maybe?
Maybe an inch. It
Maybe
was,
an inch,
wow.
just sort of popping out, kind of like a Bobo thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
Bobo.
mostly only saw push.
Bobo's hung compared to that. The guy from The Hangover.
It was like when you buy canned mushrooms and you get those little ones.
Oh, the tiny little one?
Oh, Jesus.
You have a picture of his dick.
Outside.
Oh, how sad.
Yeah. Well,
Poor fella.
did you like The Hangover, Joe?
I thought it was hilarious.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
They just that movie. They went for it. You know.
Yep.
There's some movies where there's
You
they
just got to go for it.
They just
again
went
in
for it.
comedies.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
go for it. I think it's turning around, and they are. But
I didn't see it.
it's a good movie.
I've
It's
been
pretty
moving
good.
in a while.
You know, I mean, it's kind of a tired premise. You know, they go to Vegas and shit gets crazy, but they did it right. They did it
Yeah.
right. You know,
Tyson was all right in that
it
movie.
was fucking good.
It was all right, man. Fucking Tyson.
Did you see the movie? Did you see the
Yeah,
Tyson
I did.
documentary? How disturbing is that?
It was amazing.
That was really good. Man.
I didn't like the filmmaking as much, but the
No, I
actual-
didn't like how they overlapped.
Thank
the-
you.
Yeah,
they,
that was
they
like
didn't need to do that.
it was almost like they were trying to make him seem more fucked up than he is. Like they were making the voices in his head clash together, and he's talking over himself.
They didn't need to do anything.
Yeah.
Just Tyson talking about his life was just
Yeah.
fascinating.
I bet you told back
you
to
realize
that-
he's smarter than we all thought thought he was.
I bet you he did that just because it's technically without it. It's just an interview. Like he probably only did that just to make it have some different element.
Yeah.
Type of
Right.
artistic,
Then watching
his vision.
Right.
Than just watching a guy who basically put together clips That's all it would have been. He was the guy
No
who put together
one
clips.
says scarier shit than Tyson when he's mad at you.
Yeah.
No one has ever said shit like, I'll eat your asshole alive. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Did you hear what he said to one of the guys who reviewed the movie? One of the guys reviewed the movie and said he was a terrible human being, all this different.
Really?
Tyson said, I want to stuff garbage in your mother's asshole and light it on fire and put the fire out with my penis. That's what he said. What the fuck? I mean, there's just very few humans who can think like that.
But only Tyson can get away with saying, I'll fuck you until you love me.
You love me, faggot.
Like, Tyson ain't the faggot. The guy is the faggot.
Of course.
Well, he's been in jail.
Prison logic.
That's prison logic. You know?
Tyson's fucking him.
Yeah, he's not the faggot. He's just showing you who's
Who said
boss.
he was a terrible person, though? That was a great...
Some guy.
What a fucking...
Some guy got mad. Well, you know, people are always looking for something to fucking complain about. The guy was so honest in that movie. I mean, how do you not respect that? And how do you not respect a kid who's in that horrible environment? You know, the way he described it as a child, grows up and has this escape through boxing, and that's what he does. I mean, that's
he
a
was
fucking
humanized
scary
in that
world.
movie, big
Very
time.
much. Yeah.
And we talked about the movie for a while, and the clip of Tyson saying he doesn't want to do it anymore almost breaks your heart when you hear that.
I was watching
Can we
that.
play that again?
Yeah, he's like, I don't have the heart for it.
It's
Yeah.
so sad.
So honest.
So honest.
Did you cry when he was talking about Dust D'Amato? Gus D'Amato, yeah, I dropped a couple tears. I was sad watching him talk about Gus.
Yeah.
And you don't realize that he never saw Tyson as the heavyweight champion. For some reason, you think that maybe he did see the first year or something, or the first few months
when you remember
Tyson on top.
the Tyson that used to charge out of that corner and just fucking eliminate somebody, and then you saw him like just getting his ass handed to him and saying, "I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, it's
I don't
weird.
want to fight anymore. I don't have the heart."
Watch like the Marvis Frazier fight. That was one of the scariest fights in heavyweight history.
Holy shit!
Just stormed out of the gate, just throwing nuclear fucking bombs at that guy's head.
And he was just built like a fucking fire hydrant. Just. Bleh.
Yeah, he was. The Tyson days were fucking
corner.
frightening, man.
Charged out of the corner.
This is just fight highlights.
The Tyson days, man. There's nothing like those. I mean, it wasn't even. You didn't even watch a fight. You weren't going to see someone do well.
You just want to see somebody
just get destroyed,
and only a couple of punches.
Yeah,
it was
20
like,
seconds.
I'm seeing a pay-per-view here, and it's going to be over in 20 seconds.
What an animal.
Yeah,
He really was. Tyson was a
rare
great
motherfucker.
fucking fighter, man.
He was a rare motherfucker.
Absolutely.
But I mean, it's almost like that documentary should be like shown to people that want to have kids.
You think
like this is what happens when you don't raise your fucking kids, you don't give them any love, and you leave them in a terrible environment. They become a monster.
You know what's better than the pure a knockdown is watching Tyson hit someone and then the person going, "Uh-oh, I'm really fucked here." Like they're rattled and going, I know he's coming back, and I'm fucked.
I can't even see him.
I
can't see him. I don't know where he is.
Who did he beat for one of the titles? His first title. God damn it! It wasn't Razor Ruddock. Who the? I just watched the guy who
Trevor Berbick.
Trevor Berbick. Yes,
fight.
where he tries to get up.
Yeah.
Did you see his head? That fucking head snap back. Look at this poor motherfucker.
I remember when he lost to Buster
Look at
Douglas.
this.
I didn't
Look at
watch
this.
the fight. Oh.
And then here, take that.
When he
with
lost
you.
to Buster Douglas, I didn't watch the fight. I had a gig, and I thought it was going to be a blowout. You know, a lot of people thought it was like he was like 40-1 underdog or something crazy. Yeah. And I heard that he got knocked out, and then me and a buddy of mine they replayed it. And we watched it the next night at a bar, and even watching it the next night, knowing what happened, I didn't believe it.
Yep.
I'm like, he's going to get up.
Yeah.
He's going to knock him out.
Dude, go back to that fat fuck. Look at this guy. He gets
Tony
tagged.
Tubbs.
Oh, that's Tony, yeah.
Look, he gets tagged and just kind of goes,
Whoa, 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 whoa,
I didn't even know how
whoa,
fucked up I was.
And he's trying to hit him even though he knows he's going
punched him
down.
on the
He
way
did
down.
not even know how fucked up he was.
Well, it's a weird thing when you get knocked down, your legs like stop working. You know, it's like it doesn't even hurt that much. It's a strange feeling. It's like your legs just stop working. They give out.
Jesus.
And you're trying to focus and
Yeah, and the eyes are great.
Bam.
Where they're just looking like, I have no idea where I am. What the fuck I'm doing here?
Well, everybody else back then was fighting at a certain speed. It's like everybody was a 45, and Tyson came along and he was a 78.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
they just couldn't adjust.
Yeah, they had that old heavyweight kind of, we're just going to sit
Plotting,
here and brawl it out like Brontosaurus.
Yeah, even the guys who were good in his day, the Pinklin Thomas guys, they just couldn't compare. When he got a hold of him, he
held
smashed
back
him. The Spinks fight.
God damn, man.
Michael Spinks.
How about the documentary he was talking about? He was fighting with gonorrhea.
Oh, yeah.
It was either from a prostitute or a very, very filthy young lady. And apparently, he's like, and he decided not to deal with it because that's how the old fighters were. They would just go in there and it didn't matter.
Gonorrhea.
What the fuck? He fought with gonorrhea. Just to go in and fight with that.
Just made him angrier.
That just makes you feel even more like a bitch. Not only did he knock you out when he was fucking suffering from gonorrhea. My dick was painful. It was very painful. Scary
great,
human, man.
Yeah.
And he had some choice words to say about the woman.
Desiree Washington.
Desiree,
yeah.
That convinced me that he was innocent, though.
Yeah, I agree.
That wretched bitch.
Yeah. Well, that
Wretched
girl,
bitch.
what they did, they withheld, I'm pretty sure, I don't want to get sued, but I think she also falsely accused someone of rape when she was 18.
Oh, did
she
she?
had already done that before, you know, so they were looking to put him in jail. He was a scary guy.
Oh, yeah. You got to keep him caged up. That's what they thought. Keep him caged up until he's not as crazy anymore.
Well, that's Brock Lesnar's the new Mike Tyson.
Oh,
that's the
insanity.
that's the new thing that you're just. What do you do with that?
Who does
what do
Lesnar
you
fight
do
next?
with that?
They don't know. I mean, the Fedor thing, now that it's falling apart, it's really sucks.
And all because of M1. All because Dana wouldn't let them co-promote. He was going to let him fight Samo. He offered a fucking shitload of money at him.
$5 million a fight, 6 fights.
Than anybody.
Yeah. Well, Fedor is owned by his management, and they take care of him, but they also promote things. M1 Global, they promote. So I wasn't there for the. I mean, I'm supposed to sit down with Dana in Philly. He's going to tell me the whole story. So
He's calling our show. Maybe he'll tell us all.
it's a long story. I think. I don't know if he's going to tell me. Well, we'll see.
We got time.
I think it's Fedor's management. And he was going to let them hang banners. He was going to let
so
them
you
wear
wear
the
N1
shorts.
Global over your shorts.
It really is
What a terrible.
It's disappointing.
But I said yesterday, I think it's like casinos, where let's just say that there are silent partners in casinos, and maybe that they do the books a certain way, and maybe M1's the same thing.
Well, there's another guy, Gegard Mousasi, and he's a top light heavyweight.
I couldn't say that name if I read it phonetically off the paper.
He supposedly the word is on the internet that he was told that he got a shitty offer from the UFC when in fact the UFC didn't give him an offer at all, and if they were going to take his Affliction contract, they were going to give him what he got paid in Affliction.
Right.
And he was told that it was going to be less than half that, and so that he went and fought with Strikeforce instead, and now he knows he's been deceived. That's just the internet word. I don't know if it's true.
Who do you think fights Lesnar now?
It's very tough. You got to get a giant
Shane
dude.
Carwin?
There's
Yeah,
not that.
like-
Shane Carwin is a good example. Shane Carwin is going to fight Cain Velasquez, two guys that are all-American wrestlers, real good. Shane Carwin is a big guy too. He's like 255. He's not like a small light heavyweight. He's a small heavyweight. He's a big guy. So that's an interesting fight.
Is there any way
You can get past
for
that.
them to fight Fedor or Lesnar, even though he's in Strikeforce?
No, they wouldn't do it. They would never do it. And you know what? And they can't. Strikeforce is just too small of an organization right now. I mean, I think they
why
put on
give them
great
the-
fights, but for Strikeforce benefits from a deal with M1 Global. The two of them together, they have Fedor. It gives them, credibility. They have, what a lot of people think is the #1 heavyweight. It helps Strikeforce. I understand why they would want to do the deal. For the UFC, it makes no sense. Why would they co-promote with, first of all, someone who doesn't even have a promotion license in the United States yet? I mean, I don't think M1 Global's ever promoted a fight in Vegas.
Jesus.
I mean, and they're going to co-promote with the UFC?
yeah.
It's crazy for them.
Yeah, it was like a stupid move for Dana if he did it.
Now they're just going to have to.
Yeah,
have
you
all the
can't
fighters
you
draw
can't do
straws.
that, and they just know that Fedor's got this mystique about him, and that's their only ticket to get something like this. They're not going to get it with any of these other guys.
He's 33 years old. I'm gonna tell you something. I wonder if on some level his management was concerned about I personally, I still think Fedor would beat Lesnar. I just think he's too experienced.
I'm not sure about that.
No, I'm
I
not
used
sure
to think
either,
that until the Mir fight, and then I'm like, with a cage and with punches and elbows especially on the ground, I don't know, man. I don't know that Fedor could stop Lesnar from taking him down. And if he's down and Lesnar has good defense, I mean, Fedor is very good at submitting guys off their back, but he's very good at submitting guys who make careless mistakes and leave their arms hanging out. And Lesnar's not going to do that.
He's hard to submit, though, man. When he fought Nogueira, when he took the prize
you mean
title.
Fedor? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, God damn it! Like he fought him. They said he fought him on the ground when everyone said stay off the fucking ground. He stayed on the ground to beat him on the ground.
Well, guys have beaten Nogueira on the ground like that before. Rico Rodriguez, former UFC heavyweight champion, should have gotten a decision over Nogueira, but they score fights differently in Pride. But Nogueira's style, he likes to use double wrist control, and he likes to try to hold on to guys and submit guys from there. And that'll work on guys who don't know what you're doing. But once guys have figured that out, they're like, get off me, bitch. They're just not going to let you grab their wrist. And Nogueira's style, like, he's like so tough, it almost led to like a worse beating. And like it made it even worse because he just took these fucking bombs from Fedor and got his face smashed in. He got his eye socket broken in that fight, and it was pretty nasty.
Yeah, Fedor was a machine. He really gave him a beating.
Yeah, and there's fucking Brock. There's that move when he's hammering.
Yeah, look at him.
Watch when he gets Mir and he. Okay, that's the first fight when they stop the fight due to punches in the back of the head. Oh, he's a scary motherfucker, man.
Damn, he can punch right.
What the fuck?
Right through that.
It's amazing.
Shit.
Look at this. This is the Randy Couture hammer fists.
He's just hammering
with his lunchbox.
And that's, by the way, UFC Hall of Fame former heavyweight and light heavyweight champion. He's getting crushed by a fake wrestler guy.
Oh, the knee to the side.
Fake wrestler guy. That's funny.
I mean, that's the WWE guy. I mean, that's the big knock on him. But if you look at these guys,
would you take a knee like that, Jimmy?
No. I don't know if you have any say in the matter.
Yeah, here's an ass.
Yeah, could you knee me in the back?
Hold still. Do you want this knee?
The thing about this guy is that he was a real, legit amateur wrestling champion. And then, with a lot of those guys, there's no avenue for them professionally. So they go into pro wrestling. Right. And then as he was watching the MMA shit when he was doing pro wrestling, he just decided to say, fuck it. I mean, that takes mad balls.
So he's not some just big jock who didn't he really knows how to fight.
No,
yeah.
The guy who's the world's strongest man apparently wants to do MMA. What is it, like Mariusz Pudzianowski or some?
It's always one of the biggest guys. It's like the guys who used to be on the what was that? What was the competition they used to have all the guys?
Oh, the strongman competition?
Yeah, strongest man in the world, throwing beer kegs and shit.
I love that shit.
I love it.
So fucked up.
Heister Merger Gergen.
It's always some guy from South Africa,
But who comes up with the events? It's like, okay, you're going to roll this truck tire 100 times down the road.
Yeah, but not the round way. Right. You got to lift it up and flip
push it back over.
The craziest one, they had 2 ramps and they had handles on these cars and they let the emergency brakes go and the guy's standing on the top of the 2 ramps holding these cars from rolling and they're stretching them apart.
The faces they make are just like...
How does that guy not blow a fucking aneurysm right there?
Really? We should go to break. If Travis could find it real fast, Brian Regan does a really good bit on the strongman competition. If you can find it real fast, we can play it into break. We'll continue. Joe is going to be at Helium Comedy Club tonight. I think the tickets got to be really close to sold out, but you might want to give him a call real quick and see 215-496-9001, right? And then UFC, that's sold out? The UFC is sold out, right?
Sold out.
So you don't even need to be here today. That's nice. You just
I listened.
with the
I was
boys.
going to fly. I mean, we're flying into Philly. I flew into New York just to hang out with you guys.
That's
100%. 100% of the reason.
That rules. All right, more with Joe Rogan.
I've been around a while.
Dana White at 9, Jim Jefferies, I believe.
I want to do live from the compound.
Yeah, down in the basement.
I want to come.
Couple
man.
of beers,
Cool.
fucking, yeah.
I'll fly in for that.
You should have came in another day.
Bring a fucking fan. It's 300 degrees in that room. You have everything but an air conditioning unit, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah, really.
Fucking awful.
It's got everything else except a fan.
Dude, it was
It's all about
sweltering in there.
lighting, It is all about lighting.
When we come back, I really do need gun advice. I really need
we'll get gun advice.
Colorado gun advice.
And Joe's living in Colorado. I want to know about that as well. Opie and Anthony. Jim Jefferies is making his way into the studio. We got Joe Rogan playing Helium Comedy Club tonight. 215-496-9001. Tickets going fast. Pretty much sold out. And then, of course, UFC down there in Philly for the first time. That's huge. We're all going. It's going to be a Philly weekend for the boys.
Philly. Hell yeah.
And Rogan and Anthony talking about guns during the break.
We were discussing some guns.
I tweeted a little picture. That's what I do.
Oh,
of you guys discussing guns.
Candid gun talk.
Not as good as Joe Rogan's, bloody booger pics that he puts up. But I'm trying.
Goddamn, was that disturbing, man?
Joe, what's
disturbing to me? It came out of my head.
What's your Twitter? Because as I said Joe Rogan, I'm like, I got to get
Joe Rogan, DOTNET, JoeRogan.net.
See, that's why I can't remember that.
Yeah, it's too. Well, somebody already had Joe Rogan, and so that's all I could get.
Well, you should beat him up and take your name back.
Yeah,
probably a nice guy.
Show up at his door.
Maybe a fan.
Guy's probably like, dude, my name's Joe Rogan. What was I supposed to do?
If he was a fan, he would give it back to you, though. So
Maybe. He's never he's posted like Fear Factor LOL. Like that's like his only Twitter post that he's ever used.
Have you asked for your name back?
I got like 55,000 people on that. I don't think they would switch over.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, hey, I like you guys. Could you come over to here?
You're then I'd have 5 name.
When you tweet, do you get scared that your account might get wiped out because you did something stupid?
No, they've never given. Do people get their accounts wiped out at Twitter?
There's a video.
I'm drinking my piss on Twitter. I haven't gotten wiped out.
Nice.
Well, there's boogers, everything.
The skydiving, the naked broad skydiving video. I want to put the link up on my Twitter. And people
Why can't you?
People are like, I don't know. I wouldn't take a chance. They might wipe out your account.
If you go to Belladonna's Twitter, she has links that go immediately to her website, and she writes, NSF, not safe for work, and you go to it, and you get to her site, and it's immediately open assholes with cum dripping out of them. I mean, that bitch just cuts right to the chase. Her fucking website is just giant assholes. Oh my god!
Whoa. See, I want to tweet this.
Skydiving,
but look at her pussy. Just flapping.
You're never gonna get all the air out of that pussy.
It's like they fed it peanut butter.
That's like a horse.
Yeah. So I want to tweet that, but people are like,
you can tweet that.
I wouldn't take a chance.
I think Belladonna's account is still up, and she's got thousands and thousands of members. Every time she posts a link to her website, it's giant open assholes with cum licking out of it. Leaking out of it.
I think I tweet the video. Then.
Tweet it.
All right.
Tweet it.
So Joe has some gun questions for Anthony. I think you might answer all his questions during the break, but
yeah, we have to. Well, no, I didn't. But first, got to figure out. You're Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what the laws are there.
You got to be able to get guns.
Well, let's start with this.
Just to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Why did Joe move to Colorado? You're an LA guy.
No, well, I lived in LA. I wanted to mix it up. I just thought about the idea of living in the mountains, and then I thought about it and I said, but I can just fucking do it.
You could do that.
Why not? Why don't I just do it? And it's one of those things where it's like you could talk about it and then not do anything, and then it's like you're living the same life. Or you could just do something fucking crazy and just move to the mountains out of nowhere, and all of a sudden now you got this crazy new life. And I think creatively, like as a comic, I think that's real good for you to just switch shit up like that, move to a totally different environment, different stimuli, different world.
Most people just wouldn't take that step and do that.
It sounds logical. Live, man. I got gray hair on my balls. I'm getting old. You got to take a chance. Just fucking do it. And that's. I just put my money where my mouth is.
Well, this is good. Permit to purchase a handgun? No. Apparently you don't need one.
Nice.
Registration of handguns? No.
Oh, okay.
Licensing of owners of handguns? No.
No. Oh,
permit to carry handguns? Yes. You need one concealed.
To conceal.
To conceal.
Well,
so
what if I don't
just walk around with a fucking one on your hip, I gather.
Oh, okay. So
that sounds like
when I walk around my yard to protect myself from scary fucking monsters that live in the woods.
There are monsters there. Yeah. There are monsters.
What kind of monsters?
Wild mountain lions. There's like fucking
Bears.
signs up all around where I live. Like if a mountain lion attacks you, fight back. Bears attack you, you're supposed to play dead.
Right.
But mountain lions are supposed to fight back.
Really?
Yeah, they'll fucking eat you, man.
Really?
What kind of MMA move do you use on a mountain lion?
First of all, you gotta avoid his paws, and you gotta keep away from make sure his jaw doesn't lock on your neck. You want to avoid the rear naked choke. Because that's what they do. They do just like a rear naked choke. When you see them take out a deer, they grab a hold of the neck and they pin them down. They cut off the oxygen. Right. That's what cats like to do. Bears are scarier because bears just start eating you. Bears don't try to kill you first. They just start eating you.
They'll go right to eating.
Yeah. We don't have to kill them first. Like, mountain lion will strangle you
because they're predators. But the weird thing is omnivores. Omnivores don't really kill you first. They just go, oh, I can eat you.
I'll
eat you. You're just like a berry. Yeah.
You're like a berry on a bush. It's just I'm alive.
There's a terrifying video of a bear that caught a moose and just starts eating the moose from the guts first.
Oh,
just
shit.
Starts digging into this moose's guts, and the moose's legs are kicking. The bear's just
making
just ripping his fucking guts apart.
Where's
making
this
dying
moose noises?
Let's find that video.
There's another great one online, very similar, where a chimp is eating a monkey. I don't know if you've ever seen these. Chimps love to eat monkeys, and when they eat monkeys, they just eat them. They just grab them, hold them, and start eating them. And the chimp is eating this monkey from like the asshole first.
Jesus.
If you watch Google on YouTube, chimp eats monkey. There's a link to it on JoeRogan.net on my website somewhere. I don't know where it is though.
Get some.
It's in there.
Checking out that website.
The inner chimp.
You know how to run a website, Joe.
I just
shit on your website.
I just try to update it as much as possible. But
little of everything.
Little lax.
And speaking of porno on Twitter, we got Mersh checking in. Mersh.
You.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, I wanted to let you guys know, Razor Roman turned me on to, it's at Tweet Me Some Skin. And this dude just compiles just hot chicks just doing all kinds of lovely, naughty things. And you guys got to check it out. Wood Floor Liquor and I spent
You can get
hours yesterday
so desensitized from the internet. It's so easy.
Never. There's always something to find.
And I mean, they're just hot college girls, and like some are porn stars. It's great.
So it's one word, tweet me some skin on Twitter.
Yes, it's at Tweet Me Some Skin.
Fuck, that account's going to blow up today, huh?
Oh, yeah. Totally worth checking out.
Jesus, I'm there. Thank you, sir.
And you can also go to at Mersh. I'm slipping that in there. What the hell?
Ooh, how dare you, sir? How dare you try to get some Twitter friends? What? I love you. Yeah, this is the one where the chimp kills and eats a monkey. Watch this shit.
Wow.
It's very disturbing because they're very organized in how they chase these monkeys. What they do is some chimps make a lot of noise and they start chasing them, and they chase them into these other chimps that are waiting, and then there's like this mad scramble, and they catch them, and when they catch them, they just start fucking ripping them apart and eating them alive.
Oh.
Because they don't kill them first.
Just some volume?
Chimps are fucking scary, man. Yeah,
oh my God.
The way they throw themselves through the air, too. Now look at them get all excited because they got one. Now there's the monkey. Look, they're ripping it apart, eating it alive. Look at that.
Holy shit.
They're just eating them. See the monkey screaming and shit? Look, they're just eating them. Look, see how they're just pulling them apart?
Tearing it apart.
Yeah, they don't kill them first.
Everyone, the hunters in the trees and the spectators on the ground.
That's our ancestors. Well, you want to know why people are so fucked up? Watch this.
Holy shit.
Look at that. They're just eating that thing. That thing's still alive.
Guts out.
Ripping it apart. Biting it. Asshole first. Look at that.
Whoa.
Just eating chunks of monkey.
Now look, everyone's calm, just eating the remains.
You know, they didn't even know that monkeys did, that chimps did shit like this. They had no idea until they got this footage.
Yeah, they thought they were just like peaceful little berry eaters and beat the. Give him a banana. Give him a banana. Put him in a little engineer costume with a hat on.
Yeah, forget people having guns. How about that fucking crazy bitch in Connecticut that had one of these subhuman, super fucking primates in a diaper,
like a
walking
retard
around.
strength.
Holy fucking retard strength. They're like 5 men.
Giving it Valium and Xanax.
Yeah, and sleeping with it. He's a fucking fake boyfriend. She was giving him wine.
That was fucked
and
up.
And it ate the woman's face.
Ate her hands, ate her face, ate her eyeballs.
And that other guy that was with the woman that went to give a birthday cake to the fucking...
That's California, right?
Yeah. Ate his
That's one of our favorite stories of all time.
Ripped his foot off.
Balls.
They're intelligent. They go for stuff that's going to hurt you, like your fingers. They go for what makes you a human. They take your hands away.
Taking your hands away. And
take your face away.
You're never going to breed again because I'm going to rip your fucking testicles off.
With your fucking teeth. An intelligent thing try to eat your dick.
It's like,
and it's straight to 500-pound man.
But it's not quite intelligent enough to go, could you stop eating me? And have it go, okay, sir.
Well, yeah, there's no communication.
Yeah, nothing. It's like the Terminator. It can't be reasoned to. It can't be bargained with.
We're going to regroup. We got Jim Jefferies down the hall. We got to get him in here.
Oh, cool.
And is Devin here? Devin, who was in the Home Alone movies?
Devin Rattray.
Oh, okay.
He's a great guy. He was the
Jim Jefferies. I love that dude.
Yes. Devin was the older brother in the Home Alone.
I used to like
and he's
Jim.
a friend of the show.
And Jim Jeffries is going to rape him.
Yes. Right after
we're
this.
hoping for that.
Right after this
Jim's
break.
at Caroline's, right?
They're going to do naked pottery poses with each other.
No, Jim is not at Caroline's.
Oh, he's not? Okay.
No, I forgot his plugs, but he'll let us know.
I saw his picture.
That's unnecessarily angry guy.
Yeah, and I'm not unnecessarily defensive. What the fuck? I saw a photo. 2 characters.
I love our characters.
Me too. They all stink.
We got Joe Rogan in studio. Of course, Jim Norton. We got Jim Jeffries. We got Ari. Ari's warming up for you.
Ari Shafir will be performing with me at Helium in Philly tonight.
Tonight, 2 shows. Very good.
And Joe Curry dropped by, my pal.
Where's Joe? Behind Joe Rogan? I can't see you, Joe. There's Joe Curry.
Yeah, he's at McGuire's.
McGuire's Comedy Club tonight on Long Island. Very nice.
I did that place.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
We were off the air, but I had a really funny line. I'm like, that's like Grand Central Station here. The whole place cracked up.
What?
It was funny.
I'm kidding.
I'm just bummed out that I missed Twato by a day.
I know.
I was listening yesterday on the way to the airport, listening to you guys talking about having E-Rock sniff her asshole, and I was listening to driving like this the whole time with this face like, oh.
Well, you picked Twato out of your fucking nose the other day. What are you talking about?
Is it close? I haven't even seen a picture of Twato.
You've never seen a picture of Twato?
No, disgusting.
Oh my
I would like
God.
to.
It's like an ear.
It looks like cauliflower.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Christ.
Would you get Twato?
No, I'm just
He's
showing.
got a
I'm showing
video
the,
of her pulling her pants down so he's sniffing her ass.
Look at Twato.
Oh my God! What, oh, it's obviously a wart.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, she refuses to admit that it's a genital wart.
It looks like what you'd think a stegosaurus
you have
would
the
look
whole
like.
vagina with that thing.
Yeah, it's big. That should have a dime next to it for scale.
How long has she had it?
Oh, shit. Hey,
I can't believe he got in there like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, E-Rock will do anything.
Trooper.
We should have E-Rock do something for Joe today.
Man.
E-Rock.
What can we have E-Rock do for Joe Rogan
I wonder if
today?
E-Rock will take some belly button. I might have a little belly button I fucked last night.
Hey, whatever happened to Pat Duffy, the kid that drank the baby bird?
We couldn't keep him around anymore.
I don't know.
He wanted to work for free, and the company wouldn't let him work for free.
What the fuck? That kid is the greatest trooper in the history of interns.
We love.
Do you remember that
Pat
day?
Duffy.
Yes, it was
Jesus
sick.
Christ.
Yes, Joe is the one that actually brought it up.
I brought it up as a goof.
Yeah,
I thought, let's have him throw up in his mouth. And Duffy's like, okay.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
He hangs his head off the back of the garbage pail, so his
you're in a salon
like
getting your
his
hair
supercuts.
you know, when Pat from Moonachie unloaded in his mouth, it was the fucking craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It was like one of those fucking porn movies with jizz.
This has to be 2 takes.
This has to be a fake dick. It's a stuck dick.
Where's the cut? Come on.
It's one of the greatest YouTube videos ever. It really is. It's unbelievable.
Didn't they pull it from YouTube?
That's the problem.
They pulled it from my YouTube account.
We were getting
Baby Bird.
People complain.
Now there's a version up there, but I mean, we were getting insane hits, and they pulled it.
God damn, that was awesome.
That was going through
I
the
really,
roof.
honestly, no bullshit. I really, honestly feel like I was a part of radio history.
Oh yeah,
you know when we did that.
Yeah,
that was the greatest. We had so much fun. I remember we were leaving the studio after it was over. It had been gone for an hour. It had already been gone, and we were still going, "What the fuck?"
Couldn't even imagine that really happened. It's like, did that happen?
And every 5 seconds you think about it, go, "What the fuck?" And you start laughing again.
That was the top one of the top 5 days we've ever done.
I saw
unbelievable.
Wave after wave of puke.
I couldn't believe how much fucking eggnog he put down. When he kept going, I'm like, this is incredible.
And he had to go take an insulin shot.
And Joe, they took the eggnog drinking contest
what
away
is that?
from us.
What the fuck is that? Who's doing that?
That's Paulo, I think.
Paulo licking
kissing
Twato.
or licking Twato.
Why is it yellow?
They dyed it.
Is Twato
They dyed it so you can see it?
She painted it that day.
Yeah.
Well, it has to be.
That's how big it is.
Right?
You can paint it.
What else is that?
I mean, it looks like a wart. It's got that
does.
texture.
It's got that scaly fucking.
It's fucking horrendous.
It's got that Cloverfield
Look at that.
skin.
And what does she say it is?
Looks like half an ear.
What does she say?
She said
it
she
is?
cut herself shaving.
She goes, I cut myself shaving, man.
And it just started growing.
That's the
after
best
that.
part. Man, give me $100, man. Oh my god.
Oh, it's on her leg.
man.
It's a gigantic pussy wart. Holy
That
shit.
is a giant fucking wart.
And someone licked that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And who fucking?
How about that fucking crypt keeper hand that's pulling those panties aside?
Awful.
What a goddamn nightmare.
And you know what? The sad part? That's like 7 years ago.
Yeah. She was a veritable kid.
That was about 7 years ago.
Where's E-Rock?
Was it really?
Yeah.
Where's E-Rock?
At least. Because it was NEW, so at this point it's at least 7. Where's E-Rock? We got to do something for Joe Rogan today.
Exactly.
By the way,
Fucking the Monarch. Has a horrible shirt.
Yeah.
Jim Jefferies in the corner there. Hey, Jim.
Hello.
Want to introduce you to
Is my mic
everybody
on?
out there?
I don't even know.
we hear you.
Slightly hungover.
Hungover?
Hungover? What were you drinking?
Just
beer?
Yeah. I'm not that exciting.
You can drink a lot of beer.
I don't do that thing that Americans do with Jaeger bombs and the high-fiving and all that. Just beer. Just old-fashioned.
I could get a pretty good hangover going from just beer, though.
Oh, yeah, you can get fucked up. Yeah.
Not as fast.
That girl's wart is... What's happening? It's fucking horrific. But I used to get warts all the time on my cock and get them frozen off, right?
No way.
Oh, yeah, still do.
What was wrong with
Still do.
What's wrong with your dick that you get warts?
Once you get them, you got them for life. It's not like it's herpes. You just get the occasional wart.
How'd you get them? You find out who gave them to you?
I don't know. They can lay dormant for years before one comes up. I haven't
sleeper cells.
I haven't had one for about 2 months. I'm on a good run at the moment. But I remember...
You haven't had one for 2 months? That's a good run? Yeah. Jesus Christ.
2 months?
I'd be painting a target in the back of my throat.
I was getting
time to decorate the walls. I can't go 2 months without a dick wart. Boom!
E-Rock, what can you do for Joe?
Well, I can't believe you sniffed her asshole. I mean, listening to it on the radio is one thing, but seeing you actually how close you got,
yeah,
you're a fucking trooper,
Will you take a little belly button? I don't think it's nearly as bad as
that's easy.
but I still want E-Rock to take.
I want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come here.
Whoa!
He's a trooper.
There's something homoerotic
Hang
about
on,
that.
He is a trooper.
Just tell me if it's bad or not.
Okay.
I
Now,
can't.
what are you going to do?
Wait. Hold on a second. Let me get
I
my
got some
iPhone
belly
ready.
button in here.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm
hold
digging
on.
deep.
I got to get this, too.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
My nickname is the Deep Belly Button Kid.
No, is it?
Yeah.
Dig deep. Keep digging. Let
Come
me
on,
go
guys.
into
I can
video
only get
mode.
so much of this fucking beauty.
All right, let's go.
So what's
Here we
going on,
go.
Jim? You got what?
A
Belly
little bit
button?
of belly button stuff. Someone got laid last night. Here
Oh,
you go.
and E-Rock, what are you going to do?
Small.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's real.
Gagging?
Yeah.
No, just smell it? Oh my god. He fell backwards. That was real. You okay? You okay?
I've never been happier.
Hang on.
Now, are you still going to lick
it?
it? E-Rock, are you still going to lick it?
I gotta lick it? No, you're not licking my finger.
Lick it.
No.
I thought you were going to lick his belly button.
I don't think he got enough.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to... I'm confused. I thought he was going to lick the belly button.
That's what I thought.
Here you go, you're on.
I thought he was going to lick the belly button.
It's like when you
Anthony,
know, when you smell
didn't you think
gasoline
that's
and
what
get
was
that
happening?
bubble?
I thought that's what it was doing.
Okay, you're on. Here you go.
You're
a little
supposed to
more.
lick the belly button.
Since you hurt my feelings.
What is that smell? Is that just old loads?
Yeah, it's just a load from yesterday.
A load from yesterday.
He's getting emotional.
Oh my god. My goodness.
I don't get it. Your belly button stinks.
You want some?
No, I don't.
Why don't you be fucking part of the team?
Well, he's got old loads that he stored up in his belly button.
Not old
and he
loads.
just scratched it.
Is that bad?
This is what flaky jizz.
And
Yeah,
you're
that's
not
pretty
so are you not gonna drink it? Or lick it
Drink it?
rather?
No.
Lick it?
Yeah, lick it.
Jim,
I
you
thought
should
you were
take
gonna
some.
lick
You should be part of the team.
I'm I'll vomit.
You won't vomit. Everyone's taking some. Ope's taking it. Rogan took it once.
I took
Everyone's
it.
taking
I
it.
took it.
You can tell me.
Everyone's taking it.
I'm
All right, Jim said yes.
All right, I'll do it. But what exactly
It's
am I
actually not.
taking?
You're
You're just gonna smell
it.
his
smelling.
loads.
My finger.
I can do this.
Smell his finger
It's
loads.
actually not as bad.
belly
E-Rock's
button.
very sensitive.
Yeah. He's smelling
This won't affect Jefferies at all.
his belly button.
I could do that all day.
Wow. Go ahead. Here.
That's nothing. It's like Vegemite.
Someone's not cocky at all.
I could do that all day.
Did you see him gag? That was a great gag, right?
What happened the second
What happened? What happened,
That's what you get, cocky. Fucking belly buttons undefeated.
His belly button's undefeated. You have the Brock Lesnar of belly buttons.
You know, people want to fucking get in the ring with the big boys. That's what happens.
There's fucking loads in there from prom night.
Lesnar could take that.
That was a good one from last night. I fucking shot a
From
load.
last
And
night?
yeah, you wipe a load out. You don't shower.
It went into your belly button.
It certainly did.
And it ferments.
So
Yeah.
this is just jerking off, or this is
No, it was
actual
fucking.
intercourse?
But when I came, it was like you wipe it off, and let's say
Right.
you shower, you smell your belly button the next morning if you dump. It's
What were you,
horrendous.
fucking a dumpster?
Jeffries, you okay?
Aren't they all?
Look at him. Look at his face. He's not going to be the same again.
Yeah, I know.
I can't believe he puked.
You want one more whiff?
Holy shit.
You said you could do it all day. Do you want one more whiff?
I still want to see if E-Rock's willing to lick
For
it.
anyone who thinks that we fake these like smelling competitions on TV, that's radio.
I still want to see if E-Rock's willing to lick it.
I won't let him lick
what
my
the fuck?
finger.
Let's
No.
have
You won't
E-Rock.
let him lick your finger. I'm
No.
talking about lick your belly button.
It's worse off the finger. There's something about the way you dollop on the finger. It's
Yeah.
How about
It's concentrated.
It aerates it a little.
no? How about
Yeah.
E-Rock
Let's get rid of that
gets a
thing.
whiff of Jim Jeffries' puke? Let's keep this going.
Go ahead.
Where's E-Rock?
E-Rock, can
Where's
you-
E-Rock?
E-Rock rules.
E-Rock does rule. Now E-Rock is going
E-Rock's the
to
best.
take a sniff of Jim Jeffries' puke that's in the
Oh,
wastebasket.
E-Rock.
E-Rock.
Yesterday, Twatto.
Come on, E-Rock. Be a
Today,
trooper.
Jeffries puke.
For once.
E-Rock has never said no to us.
Just smell it.
He's never said no to
Jesus.
us. He's going to put his
alcohol.
in the
It's just,
You know,
wastebasket.
it used to be that I would smell puke, like when I was, before I hosted Fear Factor, I would smell puke and I'd want to puke. But now, let me see, I haven't done Fear Factor in years. Let me see if I still have.
You smell. Watch him get a rod.
Nothing.
That's all right.
It goes
Yeah,
away.
you're a veteran.
I
You're a
used
veteran.
to get sick though. I used to smell people
E-Rock,
like
you're
you
a
go to the
veteran.
bathroom at a bar and you smell someone throw it and you start heaving.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's nothing. It's
E-Rock.
gone. It went away.
Please, Eric. Joseph did it.
I did it and I had no surgery a month ago.
That's
so I'm
right.
fresh and clean.
Get right up there. Right
Smell
up
it,
Get in
Eric,
there,
for once.
E-Rock.
Do something for the show.
I got my
All right,
face right
E-Rock.
in the basket.
Jim
Stop
Jeffries'
taking.
puke that's in the wastebasket.
I know all you do is take.
Here he goes.
How about just get in there and
Come
smell
on,
it?
get in there.
Will you get in there?
Get in there.
Smell the fucking stomach bile of an Australian alcoholic.
Look, Joe Rogan's doing it. Come on.
At least it's a great comics puke.
Come on, E-Rock.
He's not a middle.
Come on, E-Rock. Get in there.
Headlining vomit there.
He's down.
Come on, E-Rock. He's all red. Poor
This is the thing is he can't even vomit into the bin because he just smells it more.
E-Rock, what's the problem?
Just smoke.
Oh, God. Something just went out of his nose. What just shot out your nose, E-Rock?
Did it smell bad?
His dignity.
I didn't think he had any left.
After Sandy's butthole yesterday.
One more in there.
You all right, buddy?
One more.
It looks worse than it
One more
smells.
Fear Factor sniff.
Just get in there. Get your head in there.
Get your head in there.
Get in there.
I just want to know what's in it.
He's trying to remember what he ate last night.
Ew.
Oh, these pills didn't digest.
Ew. There's nothing worse than when you see a full Cialis and you puke. Like, oh, for Pete's sake. God damn it.
I wonder if I can
I don't remember that.
Another night of excuses.
I know what happened. I went to McDonald's and I asked for a 20-piece of nugget, right? 20? Yeah, like, they sell 20s in this country?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, well, I said a 20-pack of nuggets, and the lady gave me 24 packs of nuggets. So
24 packs?
Yeah, so I had...
That's 24, 80.
And I was wasted. I gave her like...
nuggets.
Yeah, and I ate like 40 of them. Jesus.
Oh,
so that's why you threw up? It had nothing to do with sniffing his dirty load?
That's not the reason I threw up.
I think that's a goddamn excuse. You sniffed his rancid load off of his finger.
There.
Right.
Sounds like a bunch of bunk.
Yeah. I didn't overeat them.
Goddamn
I didn't finish them all because I had them.
Puking, that doesn't bother you.
I don't know. It doesn't bother me
You want a
anymore.
little double B? It's up to you.
What, that?
Yeah.
I'll sniff it.
It's actually, you're getting the easy one because I've already gone through 2 already.
This is thirds.
Yeah, this is
now
thirds.
Joe Rogan taking a sniff at
Wow.
Jimmy's belt.
Just like, wow.
That's strong. Let me tell you something. That's stronger than the puke.
Yeah,
That's a rancid
Thank
fucking
you.
stench.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Holy shit. That can't be good. That's nature warning you to get the fuck away from that. That's what that is.
Yes.
It's like that
That's what
stinky
smell
pussy
is.
smell. The stinky pussy smell is probably worse. It's worse than shit, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something about it that's like it makes you shake. Like,
Yeah.
Because you're smelling
It's
something that
nature.
you're not supposed to smell in another
You're not
person.
supposed to eat it.
Does it smell like that if it's like a normal day? Like
Get in there,
yesterday, did it smell
bitch.
at all?
Get in there.
No,
Get in there.
it has
Get in
no
there.
scent. My butt,
Ari,
it doesn't
Ari,
smell.
have a go at it.
Get in there, Shafir.
Everyone else has got a go.
Here's
Come
when
on.
it stinks.
Come on.
After I shoot a load, if it goes on me and I don't shower, once I shower, it's gone. But if I sleep the night and it's just like a little bit of load,
Stews.
Yeah,
it's
but-
good word. It's stews.
Get
Yeah,
in
take
there.
some.
Get in there, Shafir.
Take
Smell
some.
that.
Be part of the team.
It's real.
It's horrible.
That's real. Did it touch you? Did it touch
He
your nose?
touched it. I didn't
Oh,
touch
he
it.
touched
I'm
your
having
nose.
memories
You might
of
want to
the
go to the
smell.
bathroom. Get some Purell
now
on your
having
nose.
memories
there,
of
fella.
Yeah, like I'm having memories of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's a weird smell.
Welcome to YouTube, folks.
Yeah.
It's all on
Hey,
YouTube.
anybody else want to? Hey, we got Devin here. Do you want to come in and take some? Let's see if Devin or
he's
Trey wants to.
depressed today, man.
Why?
John Hughes died.
Oh, he said, all right.
Nah.
Hi,
Devin.
It's Devin.
Jesus. What's up, Devin? It's been way too long.
Jesus.
Way too long.
You know everybody in
Oh,
the
you
room?
just shook his hand right after he's been
No,
digging
no,
in
no.
his...
I always pick
Oh,
with
okay.
left
Good for you.
pointer finger.
You're a good man.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
that's
change my
smart.
fingers. They've been smelling my fucking E-Rock begged to smell my belly button, so I let him. And Jim wanted some, and I just let everybody smell my belly.
Let me take
And
the
then there's some
record.
throw
I
up in there if you
didn't
wanna
want
smell that.
some.
It's like I never
I
left.
did it. I never begged to do it. I got told to do it and did it.
You know, I was told that, Steve told me that, things had really changed and, the level of the show is really, the caliber is really increased.
Yeah.
I walk in, I see a guy puking. I'm like, what happened? What happened? Like, oh, they're just smelling Jim Norton's belly button.
Yeah, yeah.
Same shit.
Glad to know things are...
Nothing has changed.
One thing you noticed is there is not one vagina in the room.
Yes, not
Which
at all.
is awesome. That's the biggest difference.
Awesome. Yeah, he used to have a lot
more
holes.
vagina.
Yeah.
And breath.
Did anybody ever come to you guys and try to get you guys, at any point in time during your career, try to get a chick to sit in with you guys? Like, you guys are too male.
Oh, yeah.
Give me some stories.
Every,
I wanna hear some of that.
every 2 years they try that tack.
And who would they try to get you to
we
have
openly
on?
laugh in their face.
And they usually approach it like, we understand the type of girl you don't want on the show, but there should be a girl's presence that would kind of, get the female demo in a little more. That's like, you mean a hole. You mean the fucking hole. Yeah. The one that goes, guys, now.
Oh, my God, stop it.
Stop it. That isn't what, now, don't be mean like that. Ugh. Enough. Oh, there's Wendy Williams on TV.
It's like asking a guy to sit in on Oprah. Like Oprah, you need a man. You need a man next to you. A manly man.
Yeah. Call you a fat cunt every so often. You know? Yeah, that's what I need.
First day on the show in 2002, I remember somebody from Survivor. One of the chicks from Survivor came in, and she was sillily hot.
Was that Kim? Kimmy,
yes.
the girl I was in the bathroom with?
Yes, that's who it was. It was
Good
Kim.
old Kimmy. I watched her change in the bathroom. She had a big fat pussy. I remember she was really sexy.
Oh, yeah? She showed you her pussy?
She got naked. It was very sexy.
Yeah, why did she do that?
She's a good person. We miss her. Why wouldn't she, Joe? I'm sure she's asked herself that question many times.
If I recall, Monsterine, Jim, you like a nice roast beefy.
Yeah, I do.
I like big pussy lips too.
Do you
I'm
really?
a fan. Yeah,
I don't like.
I like when girls go, "Oh, I don't like it. It sticks out."
Yeah.
Fuck you. I like it.
No, I want nothing. I just want a straight line.
No way.
I like it when you're fucking them, when you're pulling your dick out, the pussy lips are like grabbing your dick. Like, no, don't go.
Yeah.
Come back. No, don't go. Come back.
She looked like the mouth of a gooey duck clam.
I love that.
A fucking a cunt that just smoked like the exploding cigar. Like a fucking Debbie duck face cunt.
My first girlfriend in high school had pussy lips like that.
I love that.
Retractable, like you were fucking like a balloon or something like that.
They're really fat and meaty. I love when they're fat and there's like a fucking explosion.
Yeah.
Just
it feels better.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's
nice
like
little
this extra
sound.
pussy.
Good smell to it.
Extra pussy.
Yeah, it's like it's thicker. Like this thicker. There's more meat in it.
Why is Jefferies disgusted by this?
I
You
just
want
like a
line?
nice clear line. I don't like.
Oh, fuck that.
I don't like
What are you,
anything.
a communist?
I like
Yeah, exactly.
big fat pussy
I don't like
lips.
anything that like those pussy lips that are really violent looking, like they're out of the bottom of a deep fryer or something.
It looks like a galamad.
You want a fucking Japanese eye. I hate that. I like any girl who had to change. Any girl who had to change with her cunt in the locker because she was too embarrassed. Like the other girls would poke fun at her
Of course
and
they
call
would.
her like fucking names. That's the
what I
type
like.
of girl I want.
like that.
Wow.
There was
He likes
one
diet
porn
pussy.
star. I'm trying to remember her name. She actually got it fixed.
Oh,
but she used to have
Boo. That's her name. Boo.
big giant pussy lips.
Boo, shame on her. That should be her name.
Oh, Houston. That was her name.
Yeah?
Remember
Oh, the
Houston?
gangbang
She was
chick?
a part of the. Yeah, she was one of the first gangbang chicks. She had a giant pussy lips. They're like hands, on the outside of her pussy. Not even like normal hands, like Brock Lesnar hands.
I don't mind. I don't mind to fuck the big pussy lips, but if I go down on it, I got like skin
I
in my
suck on
mouth.
those fucking
like
things.
The big flap.
I suck on them. Suck it. Suck
Just
it.
Like,
You like diet pussy.
yeah.
You really-
I like a fucking. I like it just to be horrific. I really do. I like that smell. I like fucking
Really?
big. Oh,
No one likes the smell.
No, like just a
Smell like
raw
pussy.
smell.
I don't mind like pussy smell when a girl gets back from the gym. Where you going? Oh, nice.
Is that Marion
Barry's here?
Bring him in.
Oh, hilarious. Get him in here, Jimmy.
Get him in here.
Marion Barry.
It's right
ladies and
outside.
gentlemen. Former governor of Washington, D.C., got busted smoking crack, came back and won again. Right? Didn't he? Did he come back
the
again?
mayor.
He did.
Become the mayor again?
One of the biggest comebacks ever.
Yeah. We got caught smoking crack. And the best thing was when they were interviewing people, like in D.C., go, everybody smoke a little crack now and then. Who don't smoke a little crack?
And most of the population agreed with
All
that.
these people like, what do you think about Marion Barry coming back into office? Oh, man, he's smoking. What's the big deal?
Most of the population agreed. They're like, sure, we do. Why not? Why not a little?
Trying to get him in here.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Get him in here a couple minutes.
There's a bunch of dudes next door that are cock blocking. See this
shaking
gentleman
their
right
head
here?
no.
He's shaking his head no.
Here he is. The
See
mayor's
this
right here.
gentleman?
Mr. Marion Barry.
Mr. Marion Barry,
Give
ladies
him a
and gentlemen.
microphone. Give him a microphone right now.
Mike. Hello, sir.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
What happened?
you know.
We'll be nice.
We'll be nice.
We just
nice
wanted to say
guy.
hi to
How
Marion
many are in
Barry.
here? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, we got a lot of
Yeah,
people in
gang
here
up
today.
on me, man.
No. It's all respectful. No ganging up. No, sir.
Thank you.
You're
do you
actually a story, an inspirational story to a lot of people because things went bad at one point, and then all of a sudden you came back and you got what you got. Redemption. It's a pretty inspirational
That's why
story.
this movie is so important because most of the media outside of Washington D.C., most of the people outside of Washington D.C. only know me through 15-second news clips, or 30-second news clips, or some negative article in the newspaper. They don't know about my 50 years of service and 35 years of political life in Washington and being very successful, helping a lot of people. So that's why that's important. I was walking by and heard y'all say something about being popped for smoking crack. You know, put that in context. The FBI spent $25 to $40 million trying to entrap me. They couldn't find anything financial on me because I don't dip into the till. They used that situation, set it up, and we don't know what was in that pipe because the jury didn't convict me of anything at the Vista. And so that crack story started with that, but there's been no evidence that we don't know what was in it. I mean, I was up there for some other reason, quite frankly.
What did you think was in it when you were smoking it?
I didn't smoke it.
Oh, okay.
I took one drag on it.
Oh, okay.
Do you feel that they were trying to railroad you because they didn't like politically what you were doing?
They didn't like me economically, giving money to African Americans and qualified contractors and putting the pots about this size, and we take it 47% of it out, which I got to, and they don't like the money to be taken.
It is pretty amazing that they can do that they can go after you like that and spend so much money to try to prosecute you.
Well, I'm used to it.
They're pulling you out.
We are being married.
But what are you promoting? We got a huge audience. What are you promoting?
A film?
HBO on Monday, 9 p.m., 9 Lives of Marion Barry.
Nice.
Everybody ought to watch it and learn about the real Marion Barry, not what they read in the press.
All right, well,
thank you, sir.
Thank you, Barry.
What's the name of this show?
Opie and Anthony.
How many of you all are Opie?
That's one Opie. There's one Anthony.
That's Anthony.
And a room full of our friends.
And I'm basically the driving force of the show, Jim Norton.
Don't stand his finger.
We love you.
Thank you very much.
And Marion, if you need anything, talk to Joe.
Yeah,
Joe might be carrying something.
Wow, amazing how many people were cockblocking.
Well, they were worried that we were going to, I guess, get another.
They thought we were going to take the piss.
Why?
Guys grabbing him, trying to pull him out.
By the way, he heard you, Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
He's like, nobody knows what's in that pipe. What did you think was in the fucking pipe?
That's just it. It's like,
come on, man. Let's keep going.
Well, here's why they were pulling him out.
I didn't smoke it.
I liked how I didn't smoke it. I just took a drag.
I took a drag.
I like that. I like that thinking. Well, Jim is going back.
Jim. Oh, shit.
What happened?
Yeah, why is the monitor on?
I've said 50 times to turn that off because we had an issue.
Yeah.
And every day I go out there and it's on. And I asked for it to be turned off 20 fucking minutes ago, and now it was back on. So he walks by, and you're not even shitting on him. You're talking about something in context. But that's what they hear. So what happens is we lose the fucking more time with the guy because they hear a moment.
Well, also, let's be honest. You guys have a bit of a reputation as troublemakers. If you were a politician that got busted smoking crack, would you, if you were the handlers,
I'm amazed we got him in the door.
He got right in. And how calm and smooth under fire was he? Nobody knows what was in that pipe. I liked the way you're thinking.
Did you know?
You know how he got in there?
Sure,
I will take fucking full credit for that. I'm like, Mr. Mayor, this is you. I said, biggest audience on this platform right now is in this room. That's the biggest audience you're going to get.
Danny, you heard that, right?
Also pretty sure, though,
we're going to get in trouble for having Marion Barry on our show. Believe it or not, we're going to get in trouble.
For what?
Because they have a weird policy. We can't, grab other people's guests.
I just asked him,
how stupid is that?
I saw the mayor of D.C., and I asked him if he wanted to come on. I don't know what he's doing.
And you know what? He handled himself admirably.
And other shows can grab our guests. We don't give a shit. If someone's walking by, how do we not try to get him on?
I said he outsmarted the FBI and got reelected after that scandal.
It's pretty amazing how much money they spent.
And Anthony and Jimmy are going to throw him?
Yeah.
But the guy walked in here all smooth and shit.
No problem. Nobody knows what it is in that pipe.
They're not going to throw him.
He was a cool cat.
You gotta get that sound clip. Get that sound clip and use it ad nauseum. Nobody knows what was in that pipe.
In that pipe? Just nobody knows what was in that pipe.
I didn't smoke it. I just took a drag.
I took a drag. I didn't smoke it. I took a drag.
I actually am surprised.
That was awesome. Just that alone was worth having.
He was the coolest guy ever. I've never heard of the bloke, and I love him.
I'm surprised. I invited him in, and then I came back in. I didn't think he was going to come in, and then a minute later, they opened the door and he walked in.
There's something awesome about black politicians that get busted doing scandalous shit and then come back.
Yeah. You know, it was great. When he came in, the lady who was trying to drag him away, she just looked in the bin at my vomit at one stage and just shook her head.
Clearly, he was a big fan of the show. I think that's why he came.
Yeah, that's what it is.
How many of you are the Opies?
If he wasn't
how many of the Anthonys?
Yeah, how many of y'all?
How many of the Opies?
We treated him very nicely. Nobody fucked him.
Yeah,
he was checking the clock to see if the 12 was a big black hole.
I almost didn't ask him. I almost didn't ask him what he thought was in that pipe, but I had to.
You had to.
That's not a bad question.
I was actually going to jump on that when he stopped talking, and you, thank God, took the reins.
Yeah, I didn't want. I saw that guy pulling on him. I'm like, you can't get away. And I knew as a politician, if you ask him, he has to say something.
Yeah, and he brought up the crack thing. He said, I heard somebody talking about the crack.
Nobody knows who's in that pipe. All they saw was me swinging a pipe. Nobody knows who's in that pipe.
How much do you love him now? How much do you love Marion Barry now?
Love him.
I didn't take a drag. I took a puff.
I want to get him high on DMT now.
Would anyone have brought up the crack if he didn't bring it up? Who would have had that?
You have to, because you have to say, well, what do you think? I started with, and again, not all about me, but about you fell and then you ever. It's like, well, we all know what he fell from. So
Well, he
yeah.
brought it up because
good,
we were
Jim.
talking about it, and he heard it in the monitor in the hallway, and he just came in to defend himself. He couldn't help it.
See?
He's kind of like the Muhammad Ali of black politics. You know, they framed him. They spent all this money framing him, getting him out of politics, but he came back, the champ.
He really did come back. It's amazing. He got reelected.
It's not amazing. Look at his constituents.
No,
I
understand that.
How long ago was this? How long ago was this guy reelected?
It was a while ago.
It was a long
time
time. He
ago.
seems like a fairly old man.
He's not the mayor now, is he?
No.
When I was 16.
Yeah, Marion Barry.
Oh, well, that helps because everyone knows how old you are.
Exactly. No one knows who you are.
Marion Barry's 39 right now.
We know your name.
Shut up, Ari.
Exactly. Oh, really? April of that year? How old are you?
Doesn't help at all.
There's a recent.
I didn't have a mic, and I realized.
Holy.
Isn't there a recent Marion Barry story? Wasn't he in a
Scandal?
park recently?
Yeah.
Yes,
What the fuck
stalking
is
a
he
woman.
doing? Stalking a woman or something?
Yeah, we didn't have enough time though. They would pull. The Apollo doesn't get people off stage as aggressively as they were trying to get him out.
Holy shit!
Did you hear that little siren go off? The guy in a white suit was going to come on
That
any
was
minute.
like an extrication from a car wreck or something.
What they didn't see at home was we were having a tug of war with Marion Barry. We were trying to keep him in there.
Well, his handlers right away were pulling him away.
But we didn't fuck with him at all. It's like, what are they going to say? We asked him a couple legit questions. He has a bigger audience here. Look, I'm sure Shade is a great audience, but this is the biggest audience he's going to get on this platform.
like
Well, I
guy
heard about Shade that the hype is real.
Yes, the hype is real.
That's what I hear.
He looked like a guy in a zombie movie that gets too close to the window and all the arms come in and pull him out. They fucking grabbed him.
Barry.
They grabbed him.
Must eat Barry. His
that,
handlers
the
brought up the
Detroit
jaws
guy?
of life.
Yeah, to get the door open with the jaws of life. And
You see the discussion outside the office? Jesus. Yeah, outside the studio, not good.
I don't do it.
They get mad when we do that, but we can't help ourselves.
The mayor of DC
We're
is
trying to give
outside
the
our
best
door.
radio
Yeah, what are we
possible
gonna
every
do?
fucking
Listen,
day.
blame me, man.
Yeah,
I
Rogan.
invited the guy. No, I invited him, and then I came back in studio. A minute later, he came in.
you
Nobody
heard it. Jim Norton invited him.
Nobody grabbed him and threw a mic in his face. I was outside. I said, Mr. Mayor, we're the biggest audience you're going to get today. Do you want to come in? And I didn't think he was going to come because the woman goes, and the woman he was with starts whispering to him. So I'm like, oh, okay, she's going to tell him no. So I got my picture. And then a fucking minute later, he walks in the door.
The fact is, if Rogan didn't mention crack, he never would have came in.
Yeah, I think
That's what got him in.
defending himself.
Maybe,
Yeah,
you know what?
so we have Joe Rogan to thank.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
I got,
You're welcome. You're
I got
welcome.
bumped
That's what I'm
from
here
Marion
for.
Barry.
So whenever a
That's what I'm
celebrity
here for.
walks by,
Yeah.
just bitch about him and see if
I'm here to sniff Jim Jefferies throw up. I'm here to sniff his loads.
I should have asked if Marion Barry wanted something.
Dude,
Oh, good lord.
By the way,
No one knows what's in Jim Norton's belly button.
how great is this show, though? We go from sniffing what fucking Norton had in his belly button to
Marion Barry.
within 5 minutes.
You know, it was really great, though. How shitty does Devin feel that Kenny came running in and just, we need the mic, and grabbed it away from your face so quickly.
It was, look, it had to be done. You know,
I've been bumped
And
before.
Devin is hurting today. He's
It's
hurting.
like microphone triage, though. We had to look around and go, who's not contributing anything?
I walk in, I'm like, hey, guys, great. Nice to be here. Nice coffee. And nothing.
Hey, guys, stick him with some morphine and take his mic.
And we wonder why Devin hasn't been around in a while.
No respect. No
Hey,
respect.
next time we're going
looks
to play
like
some softball, right?
he looks like a guy who drives a truck and worships Elvis.
Yes.
Don't most of them already? Isn't that like
That's true.
the combo that they already have?
Those are some badass fucking sunglasses, son.
I appreciate that.
Where'd you
Thank
get those, sir?
I got these. Actually, my brother brought them back from Graceland for me.
Oh, they are.
they are.
Graceland.
Can you buy them online anywhere?
I'm sure you can buy
I need a
them
pair of
online.
those.
No, you
I
can.
need a
You
pair
can
of
get them
those.
on the Elvis webpage. I bought some before.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But these are hand delivered, so I wear them with pride.
I'm gonna handle this a little delicately. Do you mind if I tell these gentlemen about a certain relative of yours?
Oh, that's why he's
A relative
on our
of mine?
show.
Well, yes.
What's going on?
You know, a man that was in a certain movie.
Oh, fuck.
That's why you stopped doing our show.
Is it?
Dude, that...
Damn it.
That was, yeah.
Gary Glitter.
What part of...
Gary Glitter.
What part of
You're
my
related
dad
to
was in an
Gary
X-rated
Glitter?
film do you not want me to say?
No, but it wasn't that bad. His father, the guy that starred in the original Lady Chatterley's Lover.
Young Lady Chatterley.
Young Lady Chatterley.
Yeah. Yeah.
The original.
Yeah.
Yes.
70s fucking, you know.
His father is Sylvia Christel. Amazing.
Obscure reference.
But
number
just, you know,
14.
just had a kind of.
Yeah, that's how it's probably how I got started in this business.
In this business.
How I ended up on Opie and Anthony.
Now with the sunglasses, you could produce one of those movies. Tell you the truth.
You look good. I could make you a star.
Yeah.
Just come on over here. Just give a little reading.
Now, of course, you're probably in mourning today.
It was not. Yeah. I mean, it's not easy. Steve C assured me that there was going to be total respect.
Do you need anything?
Very...
Water, food, a blowjob.
What's he in mourning for?
He knew John
Hughes. Oh, okay.
John Hughes was definitely. I mean, I just wanted to say he was one of the nicest guys in the business, and he changed my life forever. He changed. I mean, he launched countless people's careers.
I made so many good movies.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, who's going to forget Baby's Day Out or
but, there's a few duds, but fucking Planes, Trains, and
Automobiles, man.
Yeah.
Great film.
No one saw Home Alone.
One of the best comedies ever.
You know what's fucked up? Like, the last time you were on, there was no YouTube. We could not possibly, at that time, punch up your part from Home Alone. And look at it. But now we can.
Now you can see me as a 13-year-old boy.
Exactly.
I remember when you was that age.
Uncle Paul.
You liked me.
Yeah, you liked to be
Happy
kidding.
birthday, Uncle Paul.
You were the older brother, yeah?
Yeah.
Hey,
Here it
I'm
is.
up to date.
Like to be kissed
Now you
on
know.
his neck.
Now you know.
Look at
Yeah,
Joe.
look at Joe.
There he is.
Look at that.
We were just doing that on
That's
our
like
show.
Jim Jefferies.
I just smelled Norton's belly button.
Yeah, there it is. See, it all comes together.
Jizzed all over the airplane tickets.
Oh, no. Oh, you.
Do you still hang out with Macaulay Culkin? Do you know that kid?
No, the last time I saw him was at a birthday party for him. We have not really stuck in touch, but
What birthday was it, though?
It was his 18th birthday. Still was a while ago. It was his 18th birthday.
Is he keeping it together? What's going on with him?
Well, God, I mean, he's had a rough year, this guy. His sister dies earlier this year. She got hit by a car.
Oh, Jesus.
And then Michael Jackson goes, who he was very close with.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was.
Did you ever meet Mike, or were you too old at that point?
I don't like him. He doesn't wear tight enough slacks.
Stop it. That grow-up scene was gross.
Michael called him Devin the cock blocker.
He came onto the set, actually, of Home Alone 2.
The whole set?
Oh, I bet he did.
How fucking bold of
And he
him.
taught you to moonwalk on us.
Such a simple life,
The guy doesn't give a fuck. He's worth $1 billion. He just whips out that spotted dick and says, let's get this party started.
Looks like someone's tongue in a small leopard tail.
Somebody made a dick out of a cow's back.
Oh, my. He was a very nice man.
Oh, Michael Jackson?
Yes, he was a very cool guy.
That's how you get him in. You got to be nice.
He
You
was
can't be
very
a douchebag
polite.
and be a child molester.
No one
You're never going to get repeat customers.
No one scolds a boy into the van.
You want to get repeat customers, you got to have a amusement park. You got to be a nice guy. You got to have wine. There's a lot of things.
Jesus juice, as he called it.
You don't threaten a boy to get into the van with punishment. You bring candy.
Get
You
in
wipe
here,
his
I'll tell
memories
your
clean.
mom.
He had Charleston shoes, and I enjoyed them. He was a very polite, sweet guy, and he actually allowed me to videotape him. I filmed him and Macaulay. Actually, I interviewed him and Macaulay on
Michael.
Michael Jackson and Macaulay Culkin together in the Home Alone house. I was able to videotape them. I do. I have them. The director was like, afterwards, he was like, wow, you could sell that tape. You'd never work in the business again, but you could sell it. And I've been holding on to it.
Did you sell it?
No. No. What are you implying?
I'm sorry.
I don't understand.
That's very funny. So you still have that? Was there anything revealing, or was it just a fun
Well, it's more of a tribute to him as a nice guy. I mean, he was talking about where he first met Macaulay at the Nutcracker when he went to see the Nutcracker when he was 6. Yeah, Macaulay
Leave
was
that one alone.
That's too easy.
Too easy.
It's too easy for Rogan. Come on.
Nutcracker? What? Oh, nothing.
Oh, guys,
Sorry,
let's not.
Oh, Jimmy.
Has Devin smelled your finger?
Too soon.
Devin was. Do you want it?
No, I'm good. I'm actually good.
You got like
you should
on your
smell
lip
it. I
through
smelled
Michael
it.
Jackson.
It's
You
quite
can do this.
shocking.
I just smelled a rancid belly button before I got here.
I'm
Hopeful. Yes, Lent.
I'm upset.
I got to drive tonight. Really, I can't. I can't. I'm good. No,
Seriously, just talking about that makes me want to vomit again.
You want some more?
No.
You want another? I'll take one more whiff for the team.
I wonder what Michael
Hawaiian
Jackson's belly
team,
button
Jim.
smelled like.
Can't possibly be the fucking keg of beer you drank last night.
McNuggets.
40 fucking McNuggets.
I can't smell fucking cotton candy. It's going to make me puke.
McNuggets, they're really cadaver toes.
Every time you do an impersonation of me, it's Keith Richards.
Yeah, but we don't know.
The Australian accent's tricky. You gotta be a good accent person.
Isn't Mr. Jefferies from Australia?
You always try to slip in an English accent, but
he's doing fucking Captain Sparrow over here.
It's a little
That's English.
Captain Sparrow.
You gotta get to Keith Jefferies. He's gotta be like this. He's an alcoholic. Because he has the ism.
I don't think it has to do with smelling the button. I mean, isn't that just a regular Tuesday morning for me sometimes? Just puking.
Do you want some?
Listen, you don't understand what you're talking about. You haven't smelled it.
Yeah, that's true. You're not part of the team.
Unless you get in there, you're just talking shit.
Yeah, Joe Curry took it.
You're just all of us armchair quarterbacking, fella.
I heard that it's stewed like a Merlot.
Just get in there, man.
You want a little bit?
I'll do it again. I'll show you.
I've already worked with Norton. I've done a film with him.
Well, did
it's
you get
because
laid
you don't have a
last night?
load in there.
Yeah, I probably did.
He dumped a load in there.
Maybe your loads just don't carry that kind of fermentation.
Oh my God! You're sitting there smelling it.
God, Jimmy loves smelling
Why don't you have a sniff?
You're just sitting there smelling it.
No,
Wouldn't you do yours? Wouldn't you enjoy it?
smell your own.
I don't know,
man. Get in there. Get a sniff.
Jimmy,
Yeah,
did the load
good.
like crawl in
Not
there
that
like the
big
little
deal.
tracking device in the Matrix? What the fuck? Like how much load?
I wiped it out, but it just sweats and ferments. And I guess at night I dream scary things. And I slam it shut. I don't know what happens.
Dream scary things.
Your
Close the belly button.
Fold it
over.
Sweat at night.
Fold it over like a fucking burrito. Keep it in
Is
there.
it flaky?
You tell me.
Give me a look at it.
Yes, it's
Well, it
soft
stays
and
moist.
I don't want.
It's not flaky. Not at all.
Oh my God!
If it was flaky, it probably wouldn't retain the
When I
smell.
leave jizz, I get flakes.
Yeah, but I wipe
not
it
in the
off.
belly button.
flakes.
When it gets in there, it's like a little, like if you take like saran wrap and you wrap it up and it stays moist.
He's
That's
got
what's
like a
going on.
Tupperware belly button. Just keep
You want some, man?
No,
You gotta take some.
No,
For the team.
No,
Come on,
no.
Why don't even take? What's the big deal?
I don't do it.
Opie's taking some.
It's just
Unfortunately, I
You're the
have,
only
yes.
one, Ant.
That's great.
You're not a
I
member of the
don't think I've
club.
ever
an
smelled
original.
anything as rancid as that. I think
Oh,
that's
stop
too
trying to
much.
suck up
that's
now.
silly. You've never smelled pussy that smelled worse than that?
Yeah.
That was as bad
My
as shit.
girlfriend in high school, I had this one girlfriend in high school that back when they didn't understand, she went to Catholic school and no one taught her shit about personal hygiene. She was so hot, but she had the stinkiest pussy ever. It was devastating how
Who
bad
needs
it
to
was.
be taught
Wow, so I
about
bet you
personal
didn't fuck
hygiene?
her. No,
Nobody's
they do.
talking to you. You're a Catholic school girl. Nobody's talking. Nobody's telling you shit.
I know when my
You
ball
figure
sack
it out.
stinks.
No, they're
right?
all hiding from reality. Everybody shuts the door. Shut up.
I think they just watch
Mom,
the
something's
outside
wrong.
sometimes. Like the girls
Yep.
don't do
Oh, it was a
the
disaster.
internal hygiene sometimes.
This girl must have had a yeast infection for 2 years. It was a disaster.
Yeah,
she
but
was so hot. It
I've
didn't
seen a
matter.
few of those.
And
That's
you,
the ones when you fuck them, and then the next morning when you're pissing, the smell wafts
wafts
up,
up straight up.
and literally
Oh,
you get
it's great.
lightheaded. Like,
It's like wow. I
You ever
remember that.
What could it be when you're fucking? You ever get that like white milky stuff on your dick?
Oh, when you're fucking a girl, yeah,
Yeah.
that's just a pussy lube.
Yeah,
That's not yeast infection.
No,
Joe
no,
goes,
no,
"Oh,
no,
when
no.
you're fucking a girl,
not like a dude. If it's a dude, it might be
come
like
from the last
it
guy.
might be marrow. You might be breaking bones.
I know exactly what he's talking
That's
about.
subcutaneous fat.
Yeah.
You're ripping skin tissue. You need to back off. You're hitting it too hard.
Do you ever just get that milky stuff on the end though? It's like
Some sort
That's
of
just
fucking.
pussy.
Yeah, that's normal.
It dries. It's secretion and it dries
You've
white.
actually
And I
made-
would
you ever
come
date a
home.
girl
I would
that,
come home
that
from school
drips?
and I would wear black jeans. And when I would come home from school after fucking a girl like in the subcellar of the high school, it would look. I mean, it would look
What?
like I
Wait a
jizzed
minute.
on my own pants.
I've had that thing. I've had that thing.
some seller of the high school.
I've
Like
had a
out casual, you know,
John Hughes
tie her
movie?
up, leave her for dead. You know.
Cost him his teaching job.
Yeah, this is just last week. I'm talking about. I'm not. Not
You ever
like
date
when I
a
was in
girl
high
that
school.
gets so wet that it drips down their legs?
No,
Another
I've
girl
never
that I
made
dated
it
in
go
high
wet.
school.
I've
was
never-
so wet. She would get so wet. Her inner thighs literally would be like she was crying.
There's
Her pussy.
nothing better than grabbing around to the lower back and feeling like the wet dripped all the way down to like her back of her spine.
Oh.
I've never been with a
That's
chick where I didn't have to spit in her pussy.
It's part of the fun.
Oh, it's awful. It's never
dear.
wet.
God damn.
The one thing my parents said was, "Hey, keep it classy, Dev."
Yeah, keep it classy
Ma,
today.
Dad,
That's all
the
right.
wet pussy's for you.
This is classy.
This is a classy conversation.
Look,
it's just being making you forget about the fact that you're in mourning today.
You know what else I picked up that Joe said is the fact that she must have had a yeast infection for 2 years. You fucked her for 2 fucking years.
I don't care. I'd fuck her today if I could get away with it.
It's like, oh, her pussy stank so bad. 2 years it stank.
She was hot enough. She was hot enough. I was 16.
Yeah, of
it's
course.
all good.
Oh no, when you're 16,
sticking it in there. I don't give a fuck.
And are you in the age bracket when you were that age? They still just had fucking like hair where you
welcome to the jungle.
Pry that shit apart.
You pull her panties off. Axl Rose. Axl. I tried too hard to force that in. I heard it. It was terrible. Terrible attempt.
But you used to have to like, you used to have to like kind of take your fingers and pull it apart. It was like Velcro or
never seemed
Venus
to bother me.
flytrap.
Never seemed to bother me.
No, I didn't care about that. Wouldn't it be? See, I was bringing this up the other day. Wouldn't it be kind of refreshing? And I'm not talking a giant fucking bush of hair, but to see like a nicely groomed triangular shaped like hair on there.
No,
just like there was nothing better as a kid that when a girl would fucking get completely naked and drop those fucking panties, and you would see like tits in a fucking triangle of hair.
Just like junior high.
Yeah, well, those old days when you got to third base, that was part of it. You would get your hand in their panties, and you'd feel that fucking bush.
Muff. That's why it's called bush. Muff. Pussy.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, then you go dial something on a rotary phone. Do you want that too? Fucking stinks.
Why don't you get in a fucking plane with a propeller?
Exactly. Go watch channel 2, 4, or 5. Go fuck yourself.
Anthony's like fingering a girl. He's like, "Oh my god, this is so hot. Let me call my friend." Battlefield 8. Battlefield 8.
Anthony almost convinced us. You almost convinced us.
You almost had a second, and then Jimmy fucked it all up.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, smell my fingers. You're after I fixed the rabbit ears on the television.
Connecting you now to Melrose 2.
Unbelievable, you hump.
Fucking
I hate hair. I fucking
know
hate
you
it.
hate it, but I like the way it looks.
You know what I don't like? Those asshole hair. When a girl has hair around her asshole.
No.
See, that I actually like.
What about Kenya?
I like when a girl's asshole looks like the guy Bronson shot in Death Wish 2. Do you believe in Jesus? Yes, I do. Remember, he was like bald on top.
Well, you're gonna meet him.
It is amazing how girls always shave their legs, but they didn't shave their pussies.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, was it porno that made them start shaving their pussies?
I think it was. I think it was the advent of videotape and then pornos being brought home, because a lot of women didn't see fucking porno. You had to. I remember having to get fucking rotary phone. I found a porno on film once. It was on 8mm film, and this motherfucker
Stag films.
My buddy Joe Curry.
Get a mic on, Joe. Get a mic on.
To high school and tell them that we were doing like a project to get the video player. We watched 8mm porno films that we stole from your uncle.
Yeah, it was my uncle's stuff. I took it and went to the school and said, I have to take an 8mm projector home. And I signed one out, and we all just gathered around.
Watch porno.
And there it is, the lights are out, and here.
You know what's amazing? It's amazing that they still make new porns.
I know.
Who the fuck is jerked off to all of them? I mean, do they really need to make this like billions and billions? Who's the guy that's showing up at the video store on Tuesday? What do you got? You got new? You got new? Seen it?
Saw everything.
Done it?
Saw everything. But then, when the video stores, the advent of the VCR, you go to the video store, get porno. I think a lot of these women started saying, wow, look at that. My guy's watching this fucking porno. This chick is shaved. He must like shaved pussy.
Well, they weren't even shaved back then.
They weren't. It also, they used to have porns where, like, one girl would be, like, shaving the other girl, and that got kind of sexy, and those probably turned on the girls a lot. Because they would, all the girls would watch, like, girl and girl porn.
No,
That's usually their first experience with it.
I think by the time video really came out, where people had VCRs in their houses and were watching video, I think girls were already starting to trim the sides up, getting the landing strip of the Hitler mustache thing going. They were starting to groom it a little more.
Porn is it's like star-driven now. It's like star-driven now. Like, there's like one girl that a guy gets Sasha Grey, oh, what do you got? What do you got? And they get obsessed with jerking off to one chick.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I always do it, though. I get weird where I get like girls like my girlfriend for a while in my waking life.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, this is the girl I'm into. And then I dump them and move on to the next.
For me, it was Lucy Ty. For me, it was Lucy Ty. For like 6 months, I jerked off to nothing but Lucy Ty.
I'm this, but Eva Angelina at the moment is my girl.
What's her name?
Eva Angelina.
Evil secretary?
Yeah,
really? Like he knows it.
I met her the other day at a gig, and I actually got starstruck. It was just that weird thing.
I got starstruck when I saw Lucy Ty at the airport. I wanted to take a picture with Lucy Ty at the airport, and I panicked.
No, mine is that new one, fucking that model.
Miranda Kerr.
Yeah, Miranda Kerr. Holy shit.
She's a model? Oh,
yeah, she's fucking retarded.
If the girls are really hot and if they're really well known, I kind of lose interest because I know that other guys.
She's got
now my that is my fucking ultimate jerk off.
No, she doesn't do porno.
Fantasy.
Then this is nonsense.
No,
oh, she's a swimsuit. So get the fuck out of here.
This
Amateurs. Lucy Ty, back up.
Yeah.
What was that original
Lucy
search?
Ty? Jerk off to Swimsuit Illustrated?
No, it was just she's fucking very hot.
Look at that dirty jungle bitch. Look at that.
But think about all the other guys.
Wooden fucking clogs just climbed out of the jungle.
I don't like that. It looks like you could go to Thailand and get that.
You can go to Thailand and get that.
All right, book a flight.
Doesn't that bother you, though?
Doesn't what bother me?
Doesn't it bother you that all of these other guys are also smacking it, thinking about the same girl you are?
Ew.
I don't think about that. Why would I waste my thoughts on that?
Why would that ever go through your mind?
Yeah, well, that's why I go more for the amateur porn.
When you fuck a chick, do you go, oh, she's been fucked by other guys?
Yeah, listen,
there's
a limited amount.
Are you thinking of all the other cocks that have been inside her? Like, no.
This is just revealing
all at once.
This is just revealing how many hookers you guys have all had.
Oh, no.
You're totally used to it.
You don't. Self-defeating thoughts aren't necessary. Okay, I'm not here to consider her future, her past. I'm here to jerk off to some crazy hot bitch that just looked like she just popped out of the jungle.
Damn it, you are right. You're right. The self-defeating. There's no need for it. I need more positive thinking while I'm jerking off.
The whole fact that she needs the cash is a turn on for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. I got a weird thing. The whole fact that she's being paid, I prefer that.
Yeah. Do you wish that they discussed it in the video? Like, okay, I'm going to give you $2,000. You're going to suck my cock on video.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You like that?
If she could go, that's good. I can't really meet my bills this week. How about you bring another guy?
Really?
That would top it for me.
That is the best line.
I'm horrific. I don't know. I like demeaning people.
I think it's funny just to like I like girls with a sense of humor. So after having some sex there in the bed, I like grabbing 100, throwing it on the dresser, and going, buy yourself something pretty, and then go to the bathroom. And if they laugh, it's cool. If they don't, then really
what if they laugh and then they take the money?
Yeah, what if they usually do. By the way, they do take the jokes, take the money. Oh, I'm taking this.
It's a joke.
No, honestly, have they taken the money?
Yeah, of
course
they
take the money.
Oh, women are hookers.
In a way.
Well, you were talking about women are
funny
evil.
Little joke. Secondly, it's like, fuck it, $100? Who cares? She's fucking, she'll put in the effort again next time now because she thinks another 100 might be coming. It doesn't.
Would you take money for sex? If a woman gave you $100 after sex, you would.
Yeah. If I didn't have any money, if I was broke and some chick was rich and she threw $100 at me and she sucked my dick, congratulations.
That was a dumb question.
You just got $100 and you got blown.
I've taken chlamydia and herpes for it.
This is coming from a guy who burns his warts off every 2 months. 2 months is enough.
You freeze them.
He has to bring his cock to fucking Apex Tech from the guy fucking.
Might be refreshing, actually. It's refreshing for a girl to actually bring something good to the table. It's like, I can walk away with money.
$100.
Fuck, I don't have to walk away with degrading comments.
That's awesome.
Telling me how my fucking apartment's a mess. I can actually get money from this.
When a guy can get away with being a man whore, especially if a chick's got money. That's why every guy with like that Kevin Federline thing, and when that guy got all that money, every guy, no guy hated on that guy.
He had zero respect when he was with her.
Yeah.
And then he got total respect when he fucking was gone and she paid him.
He did everything right. Took care of he did everything right.
Yep.
Took care of the kids, got a fuckload of money, and he got fat.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, fuck it, I'm done. I've got $5 million in the bank. I'm driving a Ferrari. I got Britney Spears kids. I'm just going to eat like a fucking monster.
Yeah, but that was okay because it was Britney Spears. Okay, Tom Arnold.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
you can't fuck everything for money. You can't fuck everything for money.
No. Yeah, there's no respect for that. No respect. That's a job.
That's blatant.
That's like working at the docks. He put in his hours. He got his pension.
You know, he was a pioneer though. He was one of the first.
Yes, Tom Arnold. That's true. You got to give respect for that.
First man whore, kind of a man fucking leech.
He's actually quite nice.
What about all those gay guys that Elizabeth, what's her face, used to marry?
Taylor.
Yeah, she used to marry all those gay guys.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Why were they gay?
They were just a mess.
Liza Minnelli married Peter Allen.
Did she marry Rock Hudson?
That's
Was
another
Rock
one. 'Cause
Hudson
I
one of
don't
them?
think they liked. I think they wanted to be married, but didn't want to have a dick in them.
That's what I don't get about gay guys. Of course, Peter Allen must have fucked Liza Minnelli, right?
Sure. Not maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe Liza doesn't like dick.
Who's the new guy
married
that she's
other
married to?
fucking guy. Well, they divorced, but
The
he was
beard.
another one that obviously he wasn't fucking her. Peter Guest. Was that his name? Yeah, Peter
No,
Guest.
David.
David.
Who's Peter Guest?
He's the next person
David
coming
somebody.
David Guest, he's a heterosexual, isn't he?
What a hack joke.
Wasn't he? Was he
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever works.
Yeah, David Guest was another one. Like, I don't think they're consummating their fucking
look
marriage.
at that guy. That guy.
Yeah.
Please.
Poor fuck.
Oh, do you think he cries when he has to go down on her?
I don't think he has to go down on her.
We had that on our show.
Oh, that's right. That's
Joe,
right.
Joe, were you listening to
was
us
that
when we had a
great?
gay guy go
That's
down
right.
on a girl for
No.
tickets?
Gay Marco.
Dude, greatest bit ever.
That was.
We brought him to
Marco.
tears.
Where was this?
It was at NEW. We had the hottest girl that came.
right.
I mean,
Yeah.
she was ridiculous.
Smoking hot.
And what was his name? Marco.
Gay Marco.
He wanted tickets to NSYNC so bad. We're like, if you...
Oh, yeah. You love it.
We go,
Makes it 10 times
I know.
we go, if you could last through one NSYNC song, we'll give you the tickets. And I'm telling you, we didn't bring in a pig. This girl was so hot.
Opie's
And he
leaving.
actually-
You're leaving out a detail.
What's the detail?
Oh, that. Well, she was on her period.
No,
That doesn't bother me.
I can't.
I got pussy when the girl's on the period.
No, that was another bit. That was another bit.
I don't give a
so,
shit.
Joe,
That doesn't bother me.
Joe, you can
My
lick
bed
period.
sometimes looks
Yeah, I
like
don't give a fuck.
Lizzie Borden's parents' bed.
But blood to
don't
me
give a
is just
shit.
like pussy juice. It's all just bodily fluids.
Oh, it's not the same.
I'll lick a
spit my
bloody
coffee.
pussy.
It's like a
Tell that to the
stillborn
inside of the
child
Kennedy
falling
limo.
out of them.
Wow, look, come all over JFK's suit.
Fuck.
But Joe,
Got some blood on Monica Lewinsky's dress.
he kneels down in front of the pussy and he's brought to tears. And he's like, what is that?
It was the first time
He
he
starts screaming.
He never saw a real live.
And we did this on
pussy.
regular
Oh, my
radio.
God.
Regular radio. We
Isn't
can't
that
do that on
amazing what
satellite
you used
today.
to be able to do?
We're not allowed
Yeah.
to do it on even
on regular
satellite.
radio, and he was yelling. He goes, "What is that? What is that? I don't know
Wait a
what
minute,
that
you guys
is."
couldn't do that on satellite?
No, probably not. No,
probably
fluids.
not.
Fluids,
They got some-
penetration.
they got some
all
weird
kinds of
rules
shit
over
now.
here, Joe.
They don't like penetration for some reason.
Well, that's
Live
not
at the compound
penetrating.
likes penetration, though,
Fucking
huh?
penetration. You know it. Yeah. I was looking for like a Craigslist chick or something. I just want to. I think it would be legal, right, to get normally a hooker would normally be a hooker and pay her money, but not for sex. To come down and interview her at the compound and just have her maybe take a top off or some shit, and then interview about like how her fucking uncle fucked her in the ass or something.
You can't have sex on it because you can't film porn in New York legally.
No, not legally.
Yeah.
You can't film porn in New York?
No, I believe it's illegal to shoot
That's
porn.
hilarious.
But then again, for money. It might be.
Jimmy,
Burn our archives.
Jimmy DeLaurentis knows this.
We better burn our
Jimmy
archives.
DeLaurentis.
Did you research this?
No, I just know a lot of guys that shoot it, and they're like, you're not supposed to shoot it in New York. It's
But you can do it if they do it for free.
I believe you
make
can, sure.
Free porn.
Because now what happens with, what's her name? Fucking Amy Fisher did a porno at her house right there in Center Reach.
She got a permit.
Then maybe it's
Got a permit. When I need a variance for fucking and filming.
What's the deal with Spitzer? Spitzer got busted for prostitution.
He's back.
He's back. What is he doing?
Movie reviews.
He's back.
Movie reviews. Porno reviews. That would be
Maybe
awesome.
someone could back me
would
up.
be
I think
good.
he's doing
He's
some kind of
pulling a
movie
Marion
reviews.
Barry.
But he's on
Goddamn.
he's on real TV.
Well, I saw him talking about, he had some really interesting points about how the whole financial system is basically a gigantic Ponzi scheme.
Right.
And he's saying that the reason why they went after him was because he was going after all these, various, funds, various
his
institutions.
job at the time, I
He'll be
guess.
back.
Yeah, but
He'll be
his
back.
whole
I agree.
fucking thing was that he was chasing after prostitution, and he was tough on these guys that were running these prostitution rings. He put them in jail. But how come he didn't get put in jail?
Joe, it sounds to me like a case of do as they say and not as I do.
Jim. Oh, old saying Jim.
Yeah, that's right. Old hat Jimmy.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
He was a freak. Apparently, he used to like to go bareback. That was his thing.
Who doesn't?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
like to
Who
fuck with
doesn't?
his socks
Not
on?
me. I would fuck with
Really?
a helmet on.
Oh,
Do
wow.
Oven mask,
You're
beekeeper's
You're a
outfit.
condom kind of guy?
No.
I
hate those fucking things.
You don't like condoms?
No.
Do you wear them?
disgusting.
Can't even deal.
Well, I only fuck one chick right now.
Well,
so
when
I
you
don't
were
wear 'em.
single.
I try to wear them.
I would. By
the second pump, I've worked the thumb where that fucker could come off with nary a fucking on the backstroke. You get your thumb underneath the ridge and. Flick! It comes right off.
Wow.
You slip it right back in. No one even knows it's gone.
How do you not know?
She's a surprise for everyone.
She don't fucking know.
She don't know.
I'm gone.
She's stupid and numb.
I only wear them for their safety.
And maybe
You know, my heart goes great. I know when fucking tax time is due. My warts have to be burnt off. Thanks.
That's funny.
Every fucking 2 months.
the last pump is always a surprise.
Like,
and you say to her, it broke suddenly, honey, and then boom!
What a dirty
pristine on the floor, just laying there.
I don't think I've come inside a girl for a decade.
Sorry, I just
You haven't come inside a girl for a decade?
I pull out on their face. I'm respectful that way. I just don't want one. I don't.
10 years.
I don't because I might want to go down on them later, and I want cum still sort of. Not really. I don't come inside.
Have you ever gone down on a girl and you realize that you came inside of her and you're probably eating your own cum?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that.
If I pump one in though, it's going to be fucking deep.
Wow.
I'm going the distance.
It's going to stay up there?
Mariana's Trench deep.
Yeah.
So
what are you going to do? You're going to put her on her shoulders and keep her ass up in the air so it stays in?
Well, you know what it is? Yeah, as long as they're not fucking riding a bicycle around the house, they're still laying down on their back. Then you could lick the clit without, I'm not shoving my tongue in there either. You give a little clit diddle. You might taste a little,
salty.
Something different.
He stays up.
See, I'll come in the ass, but I won't come in the cunt.
Really?
No, because I'm not going to be licking the ass.
It's not like Yaphet Kodo fucked her and then I'm going down on
You don't eat ass?
I do eat ass.
You do eat ass, but not after you come in it.
I believe his name is Alonzo
But also,
Mosley.
I don't eat sweaty ass. I eat clean out of the shower ass.
All right, good,
after
good
sex
man.
ass.
You fucking rookie.
I don't think I'd ever lick ass after coming in it.
No, I've done. We've had this
Sweaty,
discussion
clean
with
ass.
me before.
You know what? It all depends on how much I've had to drink.
Dirty ass is fine, dude.
Yeah, a couple of drinks, I'll dive right the fuck in.
I'm right in. I don't care what she's been doing.
Showered, waxed,
sitting in a canoe.
baby
Crazy. Couple of Jack and Cokes. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I thought you meant pouring in the asshole.
Oh, that's good. That's a move too. Like in the old Western movies, when a guy would get a break in his arm, it was a cut, they'd throw fucking whiskey on it, and then here, bite this stick.
She puts the stick in her mouth. You put whiskey on her ass and dig in. Watch her just go.
If you did and you see little things floating out of it, oh Jesus.
Some girls got to realize though, toilet paper.
Yeah,
can really a little bowl of toilet paper can
ruin the whole
ruin
That can ruin the experience.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure that's
baby wipes.
Have you ever had a girl lick your ass and you're thinking this isn't going to work out?
No.
And just the look of horror when they look up.
You ever had a girl lick your ass and you smell
I
shit?
just don't think I wipe my ass
I won't
properly.
allow it. I will not allow it.
You gotta have your ass
It's a
real
shame
clean.
that I'm never going to kiss this girl on the mouth again.
Yeah. I have a funky looking asshole as well, man.
How do you even know?
I've never seen it.
I couldn't pick my asshole out in the lineup.
I got this.
I would have any idea.
Is your asshole, Mr. Rogan?
No.
I can't be sure.
We're gonna have to cut his asshole loose. He couldn't identify it.
That could be the greatest
That's one asshole I'll never forget.
How do you know you got a funky looking asshole? I don't even know. I guess I wouldn't know if I looked at it once and was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
If it was so different than any other asshole I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
Officer Thorne winking at me.
Not
What's wrong with it?
I got like a skin tag that's gone a bit weird on it from a hemorrhoid.
I happen to have a camera, and your asshole happens to be in the room.
He needs a photo.
Why don't we get a visual?
We're not
of it?
Don't be shy.
Come on.
Come on, we'll give you a
Jim
can of Freon
Jefferies, you
for
don't
your
give a
cock.
fuck. You're a wild man.
Career. I can't have this.
You're
out
a wild
here.
man. Let's just see
This
your
is gonna
butthole
be
real quick.
This is going to be my new headshot.
Oh, Jim Jefferies.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's see your butthole.
I'm not showing you my. I'm just
Okay,
got a
okay,
little
no
flap.
big deal, no big deal. That's all right.
We got to wrap up. We got 2 minutes before the computer shuts us
Your
off.
asshole's got like a garbage can lid on it.
What time does the computer shut you guys off?
In 2 minutes from right now.
Yeah, we got to get the plugs in.
We really should get the plugs in.
Plugs in, plugs in.
Where was we going to see his asshole?
Well, look, Joe Rogan, Helium Comedy Club tonight. UFC tomorrow.
How far have we fucking slipped?
I know. Exactly.
We just keep going deeper into the gutter. Come on, let's see your asshole. What's the big deal? Rogan totally doesn't seem gay at all.
Jimmy, you try.
This is just an oddity.
Joe Rogan tonight in Philadelphia at the Helium Comedy Club. There's 2 shows. One of them sold out. The other one will sell out. Of course, UFC 101 tomorrow night. BJ Penn is fighting. Forrest Griffin is fighting in Philadelphia. Jim Jefferies is just hanging. He's not plugging anything. For myself, end of the summer, August 21-22, Club Casbah in Wildwood. I haven't been there in fucking
maybe
years.
Jefferies is plugging.
No, he said he's not.
No, Edinburgh Festival. If you're listening online,
right,
What do you? Where you at this weekend?
I can plug a movie
Scotland,
I did
I'll
with
leave
Jim
today.
Norton.
Oh yeah, our documentary.
Well, there's a lot of people listening online, right?
Joe Curry at McGuire's. When? Tonight and
tomorrow.
And tomorrow at McGuire's.
And me and Devin did a documentary called Courting Condi, where he was trying to date Condoleezza Rice, and I haven't seen it, but I'm in it.
It's fantastic. Jim Norton has one of the most brilliant cameos I've ever seen in it.
I don't know.
She is very single.
Is she?
She's very, very single. And a virgin.
I don't like that.
Is that what you're implying?
And that is what we're implying, because we interviewed his fiance, her fiance, who she turned down, and she said that she would save herself. She would only have sex once she got married.
Whoa!
And she's never been married.
People like that.
Well, that's strange,
Dude, she's 55 years old,
She's
never
really
been
a
married.
virgin?
Well, I'm just saying.
That's what Devin said.
According to her
How
words.
could a person like that ever be representing a sizable population?
Yeah, without knowing
That's
what everyone
nuts.
else does.
How great a cock is.
And what?
I misspoke.
But what is on? What is like
CourtingCondi.com.
foremost on most everyone's mind in the world all the time?
breeding.
And you don't know anything about it.
And you're 50.
That is fucked up.
Holy
She
shit!
just said she was saving herself for marriage, and she's still not married yet.
That's
Saving.
incredible.
Why save that?
We're gone. The computer's going to knock us out
right.
any second.
Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
Thanks for being on.
We're all heading to Philly to continue the party. We'll see you guys Monday.
Holla.
Monday.
Holla.
Monday.
Holla.
Monday.
Holla.
Monday.
Holla.